I've had e-commerce websites for the past 8 years. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up an online store, an e-commerce business for yourself. And I'm going to do it non-techie style. That means it's going to make sense to everyone. I'm going to take all my years of experience and pour it into this video and share all the different insights that I've gained over the past 8 years. So let me show you what the outcome's going to be, what we're building in this video. We're covering everything in deep detail. There's timestamps for everything. So I found this product on AliExpress. It's a karaoke machine. It's only 99 cents if you can believe that. And so we made a website based on this. Now, here is that website. The video is not really about creating websites. It's about making online e-commerce stores. So here's the website that we end up creating around this karaoke machine. And let me show you what the shopper experience is like, because we customize it throughout this video, and you're going to learn how to customize all aspects of it to make it look exactly how you want. So first we made this shop page right here, and this is the product we made. Here's some of the sample products that show you everything you can do with the e-commerce tool. So we made this product right here, and it just has a real fun, beautiful product page. You can customize these product pages, and you're going to learn that as well in the video. And so if I want to buy this, I would click on Add to Cart, and then there is this customized slide out panel that you can see. Your buyer can change quantities, can remove products. You can customize this, all the text and colors. You can see I tried to add the brand of the website to it. And I'll go ahead and click on checkout. And this is going to take me to a very Shopify looking, Shopify feeling checkout page. And this is all customizable as well. You could put the custom fields in here, radio boxes. You could do a bunch of things, but there's already some things I did. So you can see I had it match the brand. And by the way, this looks amazing on a mobile device. So on the left column here, this is a physical product. So there's shipping options for it. There's real-time tax calculations, so you don't have to worry about that. You just toggle a switch and it's going to calculate the tax. I've also added an order bump. This is a great way to generate more revenue from each order, is by having one of these order bumps here. And so I'll go ahead and fill this out, and you'll see that there's tax that gets calculated, there's shipping options and all of that. I just need to pop in my address. Okay, you can see here there's a tax calculation. It's coming in at a lower rate because the e-commerce system has a way to override the tax rate in those special cases where some products you might sell have a different tax rate. Here's my order bump. I've got my address, and here are the shipping options. So I added a free shipping option. You're going to learn how to set up shipping if you're selling physical products. You can sell digital products and subscriptions, but this is for physical products. And then down here, I've added a credit card number. This is a test mode type of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the purchase button, and we'll see what happens next. I really love this. And what we're trying to do is take the 8 years of experience that I have to show you how to generate orders where people purchase a bit more. So we're going to see right here, instead of going to a confirmation that you just placed an order, it's going to show a one-click upsell. And so what just happened is the first order was placed, and now based upon that order, based upon what the order had in it, the products, this extra product is being offered at a 50% discount. So you're going to learn how to add these one-click upsells so that you can encourage people to buy more. Simple example, someone's buying some shoes from you. You set it up. If someone's buying shoes, give them a one-click upsell to offer them maybe a shoe cleaner kit, maybe some socks, something that you know is going to go great with that pair of shoes or what they've purchased. So here it is. You can see there's a countdown timer going on. We have this message here to let someone know, hold on, your order's not complete yet. There's one more thing for you to check out. And here's this one-time discount right here. And all the buyer needs to do for you to generate more revenue from this order is click this one button, add to my order. And I'll do it right now. I don't have to put my address in again. I don't have to put my credit card number in again. And boom, the order is done. I'll click on continue, and this takes you over to a fully customizable customer area. So every part of this customer area, I show you in this video how to customize, and it's going to show your customer all their order history, and they can click into it. For example, I'll click into this, and as a customer, I can see everything I ordered, the status of the shipment of this. I can click on this button right here to download a receipt or an invoice for it. I see the full breakdown, including right here, the discount that I got from that one-click upsell. I see the tax I paid. As a customer, I can fully manage all of my orders and stay in the loop. Down here is a subscription plan I also purchased inside of the video, and I'll show you how to sell subscriptions. And as a customer, I could go in here and I can manage my subscriptions as well. The e-commerce tool we're going to be using is called SureCart. It's an e-commerce plugin for WordPress, and you can use it to sell anything. If I scroll down, it also lists it right here. You can sell physical products, digital products, recurring subscriptions, and installment plans, which is really cool. One-click order bumps, one-click upsells, and managing your store is super easy. For example, here's an example of another product in this store, and this product has multiple subscription options. So for this, I can subscribe monthly, or I can get an annual subscription. I can choose here as the buyer. For you physical product sellers, there's variation support. So that's if you have a t-shirt, or in this case, a hoodie, and there's multiple sizes and multiple colors. The customer can just choose the size and color. Multiple variations is fully supported by this e-commerce tool. Very easy to set up. You can also have a subscribe and save setup. This is the hottest thing in e-commerce. Why sell a product one time to someone when you can sell it repeatedly to them through a subscription at a discount where you mail them the product every month? You can easily set up a subscribe and save setup right here. So you would display your product as a one-time purchase or subscribe and save. So I can save a bit of money and it's automatically sent to me. This is amazing for consumables. I use this all the time with Amazon. I have them shipping me coffee beans, spindrifts. It's a drink I like to have, everything. And that's not all. We're also going to set up an affiliate program in this video, and that's where you can have people referring buyers to your store and you give them a simple commission. We're going to go over that, all the details of setting up an affiliate program and managing an affiliate program. Now you might be thinking, wow, that sounds all kind of complicated. It's really not when using SureCart. Everything really gets reduced down to a toggle because everything is seamlessly integrated. You don't have to go and get a plugin here, a plugin there. Someone different made that, someone different made that, and I got to now make them all work together, and I got to learn how they all work. That's not how SureCart works, and that's the beauty of it, and that's why it's so simple and seamless, is because it's all reduced down to just turning a feature on, turning a feature off. So for example, if I go into the settings of SureCart right here, and right here is, let's see, the affiliate program. It's really just toggling a switch and filling out a few pieces of information, and boom, the affiliate program is up and running, and it's seamlessly integrated with every part of your site. The same thing goes for taxes. You literally just turn this on, pop in your address, what is the area that you need to collect taxes for. If you're in the EU, it has all the options for that, VAT included, local reverse charges, things like that. It has it all, and also the EU VAT number real-time lookup. It has all of that built in. The same thing goes for shipping. It's literally just reduced to a simple toggle that you enable. Now, the reason the video is as long as it is because I go over all the details. So you can consume as much detail as you want in this video, or just skip to the parts that matter to you, that you're mostly interested in learning how to set up. Now, if I haven't introduced myself yet, sorry, my name is Adam, and you can tell I have a YouTube channel and I make make these videos. I'm a little rusty at it, but I make these YouTube videos and I've been doing it for a few years. But I also have been in the e-commerce business with multiple stores over the past 8 years. And over that time, those stores have generated over 8 figures in revenue combined over that period of time. And the reason that's important is I've used every single e-commerce tool that's available, and I've experienced a lot of the pains. And that's why I use SureCart. It's because SureCart solves all of those pains. So the traditional WordPress e-commerce setup you might have experienced. You add a plugin that doesn't have everything you need in it. Then you have to go and add a bunch of extensions and buy a bunch of extensions, and you're left with a website with a ton of plugins, a ton of different user interfaces, a ton of different code that has different quality and might have bugs and incompatibilities. You're constantly clicking the update button because you have these 10 or 15 add-ons just to make your store do what you need it to do. And it gets actually very complex, very delicate, and very expensive for having a setup like that. And then on top of it, your website works really slow and you have to get a more powerful, more expensive web hosting account just to support all of that. And that is not a fun way of having an e-commerce setup if you're trying to focus on your business and grow your business. So that's why SureCart is the perfect fit. And it's like the hottest e-commerce tool right now. There's 30,000 merchants and it's growing using SureCart because it's easy. It's so much easier. It's so much more fun to use. Everything's reduced down to a few toggle switches. So that's why I wanted to make this video to show people how to set it up for their use case, whether you're selling physical products, digital downloads, courses, membership programs, donations, you're selling your services to people. You can use this one e-commerce tool for all of those different use cases. So in this video, we're going to cover 9 core topics. And there's timestamps to everything, so you'll be able to jump around very easily and get to the parts that you want. And if you want to go over something a second time, you can easily find it through those timestamps. Now, I'll most likely make this video again in the future because interfaces can change, new features come out, things slightly change a little bit. And I'm pretty much sure I'm going to remake this video in 6 months to a year. So I want to know from you while you're watching the video, which parts you think I could go deeper on. If I missed something that really mattered to you, I want to hear about that in the comment section below so I can get better at making these videos for you. And while you're at it, if you could give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to follow along on additional videos that I make on this e-commerce tool. SureCart is made to work with any WordPress theme, so you probably already have a website, so it's going to be no problem adding SureCart to your website. For this video, though, I'm going to be using the Astra theme. It has a couple of little extra goodies for SureCart when you're using it with SureCart, and but you'll have no problem with whatever theme you're already using for your website. And also, as it relates to web hosting, SureCart's not as resource hungry as other WordPress e-commerce plugins. So whatever web hosting you have should be absolutely fine. You don't have to buy some expensive web hosting plan specifically designed for e-commerce in order to use SureCart on your website and have a great experience using it. So for example, here is Hostinger. You could visit this page by going to ordernewhosting.com. And you can see the hosting here is really affordable. It's only $3.99 per month, depending on the term you choose. So I'll click on Choose Plan. Now, this business plan is what most people typically go for when they're getting hosting here at Hostinger. You just choose the term, and this is kind of like a prepayment. So if you just wanted to pay for a year, it's actually $4.99 per month. And scroll down. Now, there's also a coupon you can enter right here. It says have a coupon code. You can pop in WPCrafter, and it's going to reduce this even further so you could save even more money. So you could use an affordable web hosting service like Hostinger if you want. But I'm going to build this website just for the purposes of this tutorial using ZipWP, which has an AI website builder built into it, so we can have something to go off of. All right, so you can follow along if you like. Just go to ZipWP.com, create a free account, and you'll see exactly what I'm seeing right here. So what I'll do is go right here where it says Build Site with AI, and it's going to take me through the process of creating a website. Now, the website we'll actually be building today for this tutorial video. I was on AliExpress and I saw this karaoke machine. I thought, wow, let's make a website in a store where we're selling karaoke machines and karaoke systems. And so you see right here, you can buy this one for just 99 cents and comes with 2 mics and a speaker. So this is perfect. So let's go ahead and create this website. So I'm going to call this Karaoke Fun. And then right here, I just need to choose the type of website it is. So I'm going to choose e-commerce. All right, here it is, e-commerce. And this site will be in English. I'll click on continue. And in this step, I just need to put a description of the website. So what I'll do is I'll put a brief sentence in there and I'll copy over some of the features of that karaoke machine. So I just entered, we sell karaoke systems for home use. They are fun for groups as well as anyone that loves singing. And in the product description here, I'll just scroll down and I'm going to go right here where it says feature, and I'll take this. And the only reason I'm doing this is there's more descriptions in here specific to the capabilities of the karaoke machines, as well as like use cases and things like that. So let's go ahead and paste that in. So we got a bunch of text in here, but what you really want to do is click this option here that says improve with AI. And what this will do is it's going to take all this text and it's going to improve the website description based on it. So I've gone ahead and clicked on it. You definitely, if you're doing this, you want to do that. And now that it's improved it with AI, I'm just going to read it really quick and make any adjustments. All right, I just made one little text edit and I'll click on continue to go to the next step. And this is where I can pop in some business information. So you'd want to pop in the address and the email address. The email will configure the contact form for you, and the address will be added to the contact page, as well as the phone number if you wanted to do that. Pop that in along with any social media profiles, and that would be added. I'll skip this and just continue. And on this step, we need to choose some images, and these are all royalty free. You can use them on your website. Also, there's an option here to upload your own images. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and select a few. You literally just click on it, and that's all you have to do to select these images. So I'm going to go ahead and select a few of them. All right, I've selected a few images. I'll click here and you can see the images I chose. I like to choose aspirational photos of people using the product and enjoying themselves, or very happy, or maybe how they see themselves when they're using it. So you might see yourself as this, with a karaoke system, as this rock star or whatever. So that's why I chose these. So I'll go ahead and click on continue. And now this step is really cool. It's where you're able to choose the design of the website. And there's a lot of options that are going to be shown to me. And it's going to give me just a kind of a glimpse preview of it using the images and just changing a little bit of the text. So now these first 2 options here actually already have SureCart added. You can click on the little eye and it tells you what they have. And here it says it has SureCart. Now for this video, I'm not going to choose those because I want to show you for the video installing SureCart from scratch. But if you are making an e-commerce store with SureCart and you're using ZipWP, you can go ahead and choose one of these if you wanted. It's entirely up to you. So as you scroll down here, you're going to be shown lots of different designs that you can choose from. And when you get to the bottom like this, if you wait a second, it's going to start showing you even more designs. So I'm going to scroll down. I happen to have one in mind. So I'm going to scroll down until I find it. This is the one I have in mind. I'll probably have to change the placement of those images. So I'll click on it. And when you select one of these, there's some options to add your logo, change the font style, as well as change the color palette. So I actually like the font style right here, and I'm going to change the color palette. I don't have a logo, it's just for this video. You can preview the website and the layout and see if you want it. You can go back and choose a different one. But I'm going to go forward with this. I'll probably need to change out some of those images, which is easy. I'll click on continue. This step, you can choose features to add to the website. I'm just going to click on start building and start building. Now, this process should take under a minute and the website will be created. Okay, we're all done. And here's the login to the site. I can click right here to customize the website. This is just going to log me into it. And we'll take a look at the website really quick. You can see I'm just at the WordPress dashboard. So I'll go here and visit the site. This is fine. I probably would change out these images a little. It just takes a second, but the text is perfectly good. Elevate your home karaoke experience. And it's really getting people excited about singing karaoke at home and that they can do it. All right, so now that we have this all set up, let's install SureCart. So let's go back to the WordPress dashboard, and then I'm going to go where it says plugins, and I'm going to choose this option that says add new plugin. And over here on the top right, we're going to search for SureCart. All you need to do is type in SureCart for that, and here it is. I'll click on install now. This should just take a few seconds, and then we're going to activate SureCart. There we go, activate. Perfect. And now it's activated. You can click on the dashboard, and now you're going to see a new option here that says SureCart. Now, when you click on it, it's going to start this step-by-step onboarding process. I'm going to click the X here on the top right and come back to it. And that's because I know one of the things it's going to ask is for the color that you want for the store, the primary color, and it's going to use this in all sorts of ways. So I want to get the color before I do the onboarding, but don't worry, you could just do the step-by-step onboarding process and you can change the color later. I just want to get the color right now. So let's go to the front of the site. I'm going to click on customize because I want to get that pink out. So you should probably know the color codes of the colors you're using on your site. Sometimes I just use black. Okay, so here's the color. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to copy this into my clipboard, and then let's go ahead and get out of there. So now I have the color in my clipboard. Okay, let's go back and start that onboarding. I'll click where it says get started, create a new store, and then here it is, the very first thing it asks. So let me paste it in, and you can see now that color is there, which is perfect. Or you can click on the color and just choose something. You can do it that way as well. Then we want to choose the store's currency. I'm going to leave this at United States dollar. Bottom right, I'll click on continue. Now for this video, and I would suggest for your testing purposes or when you're learning SureCart, I can start from scratch and there's no products, or I can choose this option here that starts with some demo products. And you can easily delete these, but these demo products are really good for seeing different ways that you can configure your products. So I'm going to choose that, and then I'm going to go and choose continue. This, you want to make sure you have the right email address because this is going to pre-configure those email notifications that e-commerce stores need. So when an order is placed, this is where the notification is going to go that you just made a sale. So you want to pop in the correct email there, and then I'll click on continue. This just takes literally 10 seconds and the whole store is done being created. Now I'm going to show you the experience on the front end, where we're at right now. But keep in mind, there's a couple adjustments we're going to have to make here or there to get it just right. And I'm going to show you how to make all of those adjustments in this video. So I'm going to click right here where it says view my store. And what it's going to do is it's going to take me to a page that was created called the shop page. And this is going to show a list of your products. Now, don't worry about the design of this right now. We can fully edit this later, but this is just what it's going to look like out of the box. And here are those dummy products. Now, this right here is called the product list, and we can style this and change this all that we want. And here's a variety of the products that are available. Let's go ahead and click into this product. It's named Subscribe and Save. And so right now, this is the product page. Don't worry, we're going to adjust this and it's going to look beautiful, but this is what it's looking like out of the box. We'll spend a minute or two making some adjustments and it will end up looking fantastic. All right, before we make those visual edits, let's go back and take a look at some important SureCart settings. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard. And then from here, when I click on SureCart, now you're going to see I got all these things here that are for my store. Orders, products, coupons, subscriptions, if you're selling those, affiliates, if you're having those, customers, you definitely want those. And then some of the important parts of your website, such as that shop page, your checkout page, and all of that. We're going to customize all this stuff. But what we want to do is go right here to the settings, and we'll go over some of the settings really quick. Now, this is where you're going to configure out your entire store. So let's take a look at some of the important settings just so that you know they're there and they're options for you. So first place that you'll end up is where it says store settings. And this is very important. These are where you're going to need to fill in information about your business for compliance purposes. So right here's your store name. And you can change this at any point, by the way. Any of this stuff you can change. The currency, the time zone of your store. What's important though is to put something here for the terms page and the privacy policy page. So you're going to want to create a page on your website called terms and a page that says privacy policy, but I believe WordPress by default adds a privacy policy. So it's important to add that important information. Then down here is your notification settings. So that email from the onboarding is right here, but you also want to put a sender name. So this can be your name. It can be the name of the store. That's the one sending this email out. Actually, since this is going to be seen by customers, so when they get emailed a receipt or a subscription reminder notice, this is the sender name that will show there as well. So you're going to want to make sure that this says something that you're fine with your customers seeing. So typically the name of your store or your brand, you'll pop that in right there. And then right here is a very important section. It's contact information. Now, the reason this is important is for email compliance. So there's a lot of rules on email delivery and email compliance, as well as invoices and receipts. This info right here is going to be added and used for a lot of these things. So it'll be used for the can spam compliance, all kinds of things. So you'll want to make sure you pop in the email address you want to show on the receipts and invoices, phone number, contact information, the address. It's very important. And this will show inside of those receipts. And this will show on the bottom of email notifications that go out just for compliance and delivery purposes. I know that sounds like a lot, but it will just take a moment or so, and it'll make sure that your store is set up the right way from day one. And if you ever need to change any of that information, just come here to the store settings and you'll be able to change that information. Okay, and then we have this second option here that says design and branding. And this is where you can change that color that we set in the onboarding process. And this is also where you can go to add a logo. You'll probably want to add a logo because it'll be used in the emails, it'll be used in the customer dashboard, it'll be used on the checkout. So that'll be nice to have. But if you don't have a logo, don't worry. I'm not going to add a logo for this video. All right, if you select a theme, this is actually cool. If you have a dark themed website, you can try the dark style there. And then here's the cart. And let's see the settings here. So the cart is enabled. The cart is going to be a slide out cart. But what we want to do for this is automatically add an icon to the navigation on the front of the website. Let me show you that really quick. So right here's the navigation. We're going to customize this a little bit, but I'd like somewhere over here to have an icon for the shopping cart. So let's go ahead and configure that down here. So you can choose the icon that's used. I'll stick with this one. Now let's have fun. Let's go with this other one. And then it says the cart icon type. There's a floating icon. This would be on the bottom right. So if someone has a product in their cart, it would show there. That's actually not my preference. I actually just like having the menu icon, but it's entirely up to you. And you can try these and you can actually have both. So I'm going to click on menu icon. And then right here, I need to choose the menu. So this would be choosing the menu that has been created on your site. And this has one called main menu. And then I can choose where I want the icon. And if I want it to always show, I'll click on save. So you saw just a second ago, there was nothing in the header, but now let me go to the front of the site and you can see now we have the shopping cart icon. And so there'll be, it'll look different when someone has added a product to the cart, which is pretty cool. And when you click on it, you have this slide out cart right here. So let's go back and start going through the rest of the settings. Okay. There's another tab here, orders and receipts. This is where you can customize the order numbering system. It can be sequential. It can be random numbers where you want it to start. You can add a prefix. And then down here, a memo to add to invoices and receipts. And there's a bunch of other options here that we're going to go over later. So we'll go over abandoned checkouts later in the video. Notifications. These are the emails that go out. You can choose which ones you want, which ones you don't want to go out. And there's also here, you can customize the design of these emails. All right, subscriptions. This is going to have some of the behavior of subscriptions, but later in the video, we'll specifically go over subscriptions and subscription saver. We'll also go over setting up this affiliate platform. We'll have a section where we're going over setting up taxes for your store. And we'll also have a segment in the video where we're going after going over setting up the shipping, the payment processors. Here is data export. You can export the data at any point if you want to have a separate copy of it that maybe you load into some Google Sheets or something. And then we have some final advanced settings here that I'll touch on some of them at a later point in this video. So I'm going to spend a moment to fill this out. Great. I populated my time zone, my terms pages, the sender, the address information. I have it all loaded up in there, and hopefully you have that as well. So now the final step in setting this up is this option that you see at the very top, this green banner that says complete your store setup and go live, or to go live. So what this is going to do is walk us through creating our SureCart account for everything. So all you have to do is click where it says complete setup, and it's going to take us to create an account. Now, if you already have a SureCart account and you just want to add an additional store, there's this option right here that says log in. Actually, it's right here. It says already signed up, sign in. So it doesn't say log in, it says sign in. So I'll go ahead and sign into my account. I already have an account, but it's real simple. Actually, you know what? I'll just create a new account just for this video. Now you can see right here, you can also click this button here if you're logged into Google and just link it all up with your Google account. So you only have to put 3 things in: a name, your email, and your password. I've gone ahead and done that. I'll go and click on sign in. And now I just have to answer a few questions. Really just verify this information. So store name, store URL, the currency, the language, the time zone. I just set the time zone a second ago. And then I'll click on next step. And it says I'm all set. That was real easy. I'll click right here to go back to my site. And I'm back. And we have this banner here that says setup is complete. So awesome. We have completed this first portion of this video. Our next step is to start creating products. So I'm going to show you how to create a product, and you're going to see all the options that you have available when creating a product. And we're also going to see how it looks on the front end of the site. So I will click right here where it says products underneath SureCart. And we're going to see all those products that were in the demo data. Now, don't worry, it's super easy to bulk delete items. So if I wanted to, which we're not going to do now, but I could check this box and you can see how it's selected everything. And then right above it, it says bulk actions, and I can choose this delete permanently. And what that will do is go ahead and remove out all of these options. You can also customize the columns that you see here very easily. If you look here on the top right, it says screen options. And if there's some bit of information in one of these columns that you don't care to see, you can just uncheck the box very easily. And so we have some information at a snapshot. We have the name of the product, the price. We have the quantity if you're using inventory on your products. Integrations, collections, that's kind of like categories for grouping products. I'll cover that later. Is the product page published or not? Is it featured? And the date. So this is when it was created as well as when it was edited. So what I'm going to do though is create a brand new product. And all you have to do is click right here where it says add new. Now, the first step is to give your product a name. I've named my product Karaoke Fun Machine. I'll click on create and it's going to now populate with all of the options. So let's take a quick glance over these options and then I'm going to go ahead and fill them out. So we have our name, we have our description of the product. This is going to appear on the product page. And what I like to do here is I like to get a little ChatGPT help sometimes to write a nice description that is benefits driven to sell products. So I'll do that in a moment. Then right here, we have this section where we can add images, multiple images, and we'll do that. Then we could set a price for the product. Here's an option for inventory, and this is if we are going to track inventory. So we can enable this. Then there's an option here for product variations. This is very simple. The word always kind of scared me in the early days, but product variation is real simple. So it's different variations of the product that you have. And you see this most with different sizes. So if your product has a small, medium, and large, those are the variations of this product. And you can have multiple variations. So it could be colors and sizes. Very easy to set up, and we'll have to go over that. Integrations is typical if you want to use a SureCart product to integrate it with other WordPress products. So when you click on add a new integration, actually let me save and publish this product first. And now I can click on add a new integration. You can see all of these different products here that you can integrate with. All right, this product does not need an integration. And downloads is if you want to attach a secure digital download to a product. So that option's available. Licensing, we'll cover that a little bit later. Search engine listing information. So this is what will show when someone's searching for the product in Google. Let me scroll back up to the top and we have some info here in this column. First, we have publishing. So if I wanted to make this product a featured product, I'll show you in a moment when we use featured products or how you can use this option. And then availability of the product. So sometimes you might have a product in here that is not purchasable. So right here, you can click on any of these and change it. So if this is unavailable for purchase, I can just change that right there. And then the product page. So you don't have to publish the product page if you don't want it listed there. And that was that page we looked at it earlier in the video that listed out of the product. So if you don't want your product listed there, you can go here and just put the product page in draft. And then there's the template. We'll cover that in a moment. And then the direct link to the product. You have full control over clicking on this and editing what that is. Here's the link and here's the specific part of the link. All right, now we have some shipping options. So is this a physical product or a digital product? So obviously this is going to be a physical product. So I'm going to choose physical product and I'll enter the weight. I don't know what the weight is, so I'll just put a pound right now. Now there's other metrics right here for the weight. SureCart is used for selling physical and digital goods. So that's why you have the option here. And then is there tax to be charged on this product? We'll cover tax later. But this is nice because if you are charging tax, but maybe not charging tax on this product because it doesn't need to be taxed, you have the option right here. Collections are like categories. So if you want to group your products together, then we have an option here to limit how many times a customer can actually purchase this product. And then if you're using the affiliate platform, this is some options for it there. So I'm going to go ahead and start filling this out. Now, the first thing I need to do is get a description going. So let's go back to my product, and here's my features right here. Now, a lot of us have bad habits with e-commerce, and we write out all these features when we really should be writing out the benefits. So I find it's best to just ask ChatGPT or some kind of AI tool to help me out a little bit with that. So let's go and copy this and jump into ChatGPT and ask for a little help. What's cool about ChatGPT recently, you don't even need a login. So I didn't log in. You don't even need an account anymore, which is cool. All right, so down here, let me write out what I'm going to ask for. Okay, what I put was, please write out a short benefit-driven product description based upon this list of features. And then I just pasted in the list of features. I don't actually know how this is going to come out. Hopefully, yeah, so I'm going to definitely have to say make much shorter. That's pretty long. There you are. Make much shorter. Let's see. Actually, I think I'd rather have it in kind of 5 bullet points. There we go. So convert into 5 bullet points. That's probably more like it for e-commerce. This is describing it. Crystal clear vocals, stable connection. Actually, that's not that good. Portable and lightweight design. Elevate your entertainment experience. Okay, this is actually fine. I would probably spend a little bit more time on it. So I'm copying and I'm pasting it in here. I'm going to edit this just a little bit. Perfect. I've tweaked that some. That's going to be fine for now. And now I want to add some images. So I'll click on add. Now so I have these images here. There's a free Chrome extension called AliSave, and it will just download the images automatically for me, which I did. So I've gone ahead and downloaded those. You just click on upload media or drag and drop your images. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. Now that I've uploaded my images, I actually have to select them in the order I want. So I'm going to click on image number 1. And what you want to do here, there's something called alt text. And this is really good for accessibility, for accessible, making your store very accessible to people with screen readers and things like that. So you'll probably want to write something descriptive here for your image, describing it in words. Now there's AI tools for this. I think I could actually just upload this to ChatGPT and it would crank out a description. So you'll want to make sure you do that for your images so it's accessible to people that are using screen readers. Okay, so I'm selecting my images and I'm choosing my files, and you can see here are all my files right here. And I can, as you can see, the first image is going to be the featured image. It's the first image that's shown. If you want to change that, you can just drag and drop, rearrange. So if I go like this, you can see when I let go, now that image is going to be my featured image. Okay, so let's continue on. And you can actually edit your images at any time. If I don't like an image, I can get rid of it. I can add more images. It's quite easy. Okay, so now we're at the pricing, and I'm going to click on add a price. And when you do that, you get this really cool slide out panel. And this is a really unique feature of SureCart. You can have a product with multiple prices. So I can have a product with a one-time price, an installment plan, a subscription plan, a combination of all of these. It's very flexible. But for this use, I'm just going to have a single price for it. Okay, if I wanted those different options, they're right here, installment, subscription. So for this, I'm going to make the price $29.99. And the original price, which is called the compare at price, I'm going to make $59.99. And so what it will do is it will show this is the original price it'll cross it out and it'll say this is the sales price right here. And then we have some options here that are more for digital products and subscriptions and donations, things like that. Pay what you want, expire access, exclude from upgrade options. You don't need to pay attention to those for where we're at right now in the video, but I'll click on create price and you can see right here, now we have a price. And I can add more prices, but for a physical product, there's really only a reason to have this one price right here. So now we have the track quantity. There's an option here if you want to allow out of stock selling. This is entirely up to you and your business. So for the available stock, let's set this to 50 units. And I can also add a SKU number if I needed to. Okay, I'm not going to set up variants for this product, integrations, downloads, or any of the remaining items. This is all good right now for what I'm trying to accomplish. I'll click on Save Product. And now what we're going to do is take a look at the product for the first time and make some of those visual improvements that we mentioned earlier that we'd want to make. So I'm going to click on View Product. And well, we can see right there, the product's looking great. We have this image gallery right here where I can go through the different images that I uploaded. Over here on the right, we have our product title, we have our price, we have our description, we have quantity, and we have all of that. Now, let me show you how to customize what a product page will look like. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to click on Edit Product. And you can see right here, there's this option that says Template and it says Default. And then when we click on it, there's two options. And it's important to explain these options. So the first one says the page layout. Now you saw by default, this is a brand new page. By default, it chose SureCart layout. When I click on this, the other option is to choose the layout that comes from your theme. So when you choose SureCart layout, it's going to give you this predictable result, what you saw. When you choose the theme layout, that basically means your theme is going to control how it looks. So as we saw earlier in the video, the theme was trying to add in a sidebar. It had the title twice, and it's very unpredictable. That's why there's this SureCart layout and a theme layout. Let me show you what the theme layout looks like, because when we looked at that product earlier, it was using the theme layout. So I want to show you that. So I can also show you how, if you want to use the theme layout, how you can adjust it some. All right, I'm going to now click on View Product, and you're going to notice it's going to look a bit different. So you see right here, this is how it looked earlier. It's a little unpredictable. So it looks fine, except we wouldn't want this sidebar here that has nothing in it. And we don't need this title of it right here because we have the title here. Let me show you how to tweak this a little bit to get this looking a little better. So this is going to be using the WordPress customizer, and that is typically where the settings are for your WordPress theme. So I'm going to click on Customize, and I'm using Astra, and I'm just using the free version of it. And you can see down here, there's an option that says SureCart. So it sees that SureCart's on the site. So I'm going to click on SureCart, then I'm going to click on Products, and then I'm going to click right here where it says Single SureCart Products. And this is going to be some options for the layout here. So the first thing is I don't need this product title area right here. So I'm going to disable that and it's going to go away. And then I don't need this sidebar. So when I scroll down, there's an option here that says sidebar layout. And I believe this right here, it says no sidebar. And so what that's going to do is it's going to spread that out as well. I actually really like the way this looks with the white background kind of framed a little bit. So I think I'm going to save this, and this is going to be the design that I go for with all of the products. Now, there's one other thing that might happen to you, and it's not happening to me, but you can see on the product page, there's two options: add to cart or buy now. And what you might notice is, depending on your theme, that the buy now button or the second button listed here might have an odd formatting. Now in Astra, it's really easy to fix. So let me show you how you would fix that here. So I'm going to go back all the way back to my list of settings. I'm going to click where it says global and then buttons. Now, this is where I said Astra has a couple goodies, and this is one of them. You can style your primary button and your secondary button. So 2 buttons. And automatically what you set for the primary button is going to go here, and secondary button is going to go here. So I can click on secondary, and I can change and customize the style of that button very easily. Now I'm going to show you what you can do if you're not using Astra and that button's not looking right. I'm going to show you how to adjust that as well, but everything's looking pretty good here. So let's go ahead and publish my changes. And then I'm going to click on the X to get out of the customizer. And now I got this. I really like the design of this, and it's working for me. Now, what we'll want to do is see how it looks with the other products, but it's going to probably look great. And so you can see right here, we have that scratch price, the sales price. This is looking very, very good. Now, let me show you how you can make adjustments to the product page layout, and you have full design control over it. So let me go back into Edit Product, because remember there was 2 options to look at under where it said Template. So I'm going to click where it says Default, and I think for all my products, I'm going to stick with the theme layout. I like how I adjusted it. Now there's this other option here that says Template, and this is going to be the design of the product page, the elements and the blocks and all that, and how it looks. So if you wanted to maybe swap the gallery and the columns of information or change things in any way design-wise, you can create custom product page design templates, and you can choose which products will have that design. So there's this default design right here, but what I can do is click here right at the top. There's this icon, and when I hover over it, it says Add Template. So this means I can make a brand new template. Let's just do that for the sake of this video. I'll click on it, and I can give this template a name. Now, if you just wanted to have one template and make some adjustments, you can do that. As a matter of fact, I think we should do that before I make a custom template. Let me X out of that. So if you want to edit the design of the template that is selected here, you click on Edit Template, and it's going to take you in this whole different interface where you can design out the elements inside of your product page and exactly how it looks. So I'll click on Get Started, and then here it is. So this is using the WordPress block editor. So I can click this icon right here to see the list view and expand this out. And this is going to be all the components that make up my product page. And when I click this icon over here in the top right, these are going to be the settings for each component. So for example, I can click right here where I actually can visually click on anything. So I can click right here where it says product title. You can see now it's selected here. And then over here on the right, I have all the customization and styling options. So if I want to make the font size larger, I can easily do that here. I can make any change that I want to spacing, padding, colors to fully customize how this looks. And this is actually how you would fix that button, the second button, if you didn't like how it looked. So I can click on the button right here, and it takes me all the way down to selecting it. And then I have the options right here. And all of these different components have options that you can customize to make it how you would want it. So for example, this is the Buy Now button. Here's where you can set the text if you're out of stock or if it's unavailable. And I can set the width of the button. If I just wanted a 50% width, I can go like that. I'll leave it at the 100%. Also though, there's these options here where they are for styles. So I can set the different styles, sizes, and all of that. And so this is where you would fix any styling issues if your theme doesn't support that secondary button. Okay, so you would have this here, sizing and spacing. So like a real quick thing, say you didn't want the buttons stacked like this and you wanted them side by side. Well, I can click on the Add to Cart button, and then for the width settings, change that to 50%. Then I can click on the Buy Now button, and for the width settings, I can set that to 50%, and it's now merged both of those into the single line like that. And that's how you have visual control over all of these. So let me actually go back because I don't want to edit it like that. And all of these different components, you can rearrange or if you don't need it for your store, you can remove them. So here's the quantity switcher. If I wanted to change the word quantity, I would do it right here. And if I didn't want it, I can click these three dots right here and just delete it. And you can always get it right back by clicking on the plus right here on the top right, and you get all these components right back. And you can rearrange things. So if I wanted the price to be at the top, I can click on it, click the arrow up, and you can see now the price is the first thing you see. I actually prefer it down. So this is how you can customize it exactly how you want. And then you would simply click on save. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I don't want to save this. I didn't make any fundamental changes. And then you could also do the same thing by creating a custom template for your product pages. So if you want some products to look a certain way and some to look a different way, you can easily do that. You click the option here, you give it a name, and this name can be anything you want. So say I wanted a special design for the microphones I'm selling. I can choose the word mics, click on create, and now what you'll see underneath template, there's two options, the default and the new one called mics, and I can click on edit template. Actually, let me save the product really quick. Whenever you get that warning, just save your product, and then I'm gonna click on edit template. It's going to take me into the template editor, and these changes will only apply to the mic template, and they'll only show on products that I've assigned this mic template for. And you can fully change the, this is actually really cool. So we've got these two columns. Say I wanted the info on the left and the images on the right. I can literally just rearrange it, and you saw it just went and swapped out like that. So it's super flexible, and you can easily do that. I'll go ahead and save this, click on save, and then I'm gonna go back to my product page. And now let's click on view. You're gonna see that I flipped them. It was that easy. And if I look at other products, it won't be flipped because it has the default template assigned to it. So the templating system is super powerful inside of SureCart here, and you can truly do really unique things with the product pages. Okay, let me save this and let me quickly show you product collections right here. This is just a grouping of products. So if I wanted to have a category or a group of products called mics or karaoke systems or accessories, it's super easy to do this. You just click on add new, you give it a name right here, the collection a name. And then right here, you can give the collection a description, click on create. And so now it's created. And let me go back to my products, and I'm going to show you how to add a product to that new collection. So if I scroll down, it says collections, and I can click on add to collection. It's going to list all my collections out, and I can just choose it. And a product can be in more than one collection. Let me save this. And now when I go back to that collection and I click on mics, you're going to see that the product is in the collection. See where it says products, and now it says one product. If you want to see all the products in a collection, you can click on this link, and pretty much what it does, it takes you back to the list of products, but it shows them filtered. So here's a filter. So this is all products. This is products in particular collections. So if I click on products again, you'll see I can see all my products again. And you can see I've got my product preview image to make it easy to find my product, my name, the price, and you have the quantity displayed right there. Now in this section of the video, we're going to go over selling your products. You just learned how you can create products on your site, but now is exciting because we're going to go over selling them. And SureCart is very unique and flexible when it comes to selling your products because it offers 3 different ways that you can actually sell it. So the first one's a traditional storefront. We'll go over that in a second. The second option is something called an instant checkout page. They're really cool, really fast, and it's effortless to get going. And the third option is creating custom checkout forms that you pre-configure the products in them, and then you place these forms anywhere on your website. So you see these in the real world where you might visit a sales page and it's talking about a product specifically, and then there's a form to buy it instantly right where you are, someplace on the page. And so that's an instant checkout form. So it allows you to turn sales pages into checkout pages anywhere on your website. So let's go over these 3 different ways that you could sell products on your website. So the first is the traditional storefront. That's where you see a list of products, you go into a product, you add it to the cart, and then you purchase it. Let's go over what that looks like for a user right now. But keep in mind, with this, we are going to customize all this in the next segment of the video. So I'm going to go to the site title here, and there's an option here that says Visit Store. And this is the page that was created by SureCart. Now, you probably want to take the link to this page out of convenience and add that to your menu navigation. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and do that quickly right now. So I have a quicker way to get to it. So I'm going to go to my dashboard, and we're going to go to Appearance and Menus. And this is the menu that's displaying on my site here. And you can see the most recent page created was that shop page. So I'm going to add that to the menu. And you can place this wherever you want in the order. I'll just maybe place it there. I'll remove this homepage link just like that. And I don't need like a portfolio on this site. There we go. That looks perfect. And I actually don't need services either. Wonderful. So I'll go ahead and click on Save Menu. So now when I just go to the front of the site, you can see it's Shop, About, Blog, and Content or Contact. So I'll click on the shop page. We'll customize this later, including this list of products. But this is the traditional e-commerce flow. A buyer goes here, sees the product they want, clicks on it, looks at the beautiful product page, clicks on Add to Cart, and this slide out cart appears where the buyer can remove products or adjust quantities. They can click back and continue shopping if they want. And you notice the menu there now has a 1 next to it. So I'll click on that. And then let's go ahead and check out. And then here is the centralized checkout form. And we're going to actually customize the look of this as well in the next segment. So let's just go ahead and place our first order together. So I'm going to go ahead and check out. At this point, you can see the store and this checkout form is in test mode. So this is not a live order. And you can toggle the mode right here very easily. But let me go ahead and fill this out so we can see the remaining parts of the buyer's journey. All right, I've filled everything out. And you can see there's the order summary here, so I can adjust quantities if I wanted to, or remove items if I had multiple items. There's an option here to add a coupon if I have a coupon. Perfect. So I will click on Purchase. Now pay attention to these bits of text that says submitting and then finalizing. And the reason I said that is because you can customize those. So if you want to make those say something different that might be more on brand for you, you can do that. Okay, and then when someone purchases, they get this confirmation that the purchase went through. You can also customize out this text. We'll go over that later. And then here I am in the customer area, and we're going to edit this customer area up, but this is where a customer can go in and manage their purchases, subscriptions, downloads, all of it right here, all their account information. So here's the order that I just placed. You can see as a buyer, I'm able to see it's processing, it's not shipped. I can click into the order and I can see details, download a receipt, a PDF receipt invoice right here, see all the details. Down here, on the bottom left is my name, and I can click here and I can edit my payment methods and my address very easily. So we'll be going over fully customizing the design of this. Now the next option is with the instant checkout. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard and I'll go into a product. So say I have a particular product. And this is maybe my store is only going to have one product or just a few products. And I don't want to have this traditional storefront flow. And I also don't want to do any work. I just want to create a product, have a beautiful way to sell it without requiring any effort on my part. And that's the idea behind Instant Checkout Page, is to have this beautiful yet opinionated design that you can start using right now to sell your products. So you enable this by going into a product that you've created. So let's go into the product that we've been using for this video. Now over here on the top right, you see it says Instant Checkout. This is a button you can click on, and it shows all these options. And these options are going to determine how the Instant Checkout page looks. So by default, this is not published. It's just for your eyes only, unless you click on this toggle here to publish it. So we got some options here for your store logo, which I actually didn't add in this video, and elements in this page. But let's just go ahead and look at the page. I'll click right here where it says preview. You can see it takes me to this beautiful yet opinionated checkout page. And I can enable and disable whatever I want. If I don't want to show the product image gallery, don't have to. If I don't want to show the description of the product, I don't have to. It's just a toggle switch that I can turn on or turn off. This is beautiful out of the box. You can quickly make a product and start using this instant checkout page. So let me go back, or I'll just click here where it says edit product. And you can, let's go ahead and open up the options again. And you see here, say I didn't want to show the product image or the description or the coupon field. You don't always want to show the coupon field. You can just toggle these off. Or if I wanted a custom thank you page, I can toggle that on. And when I am ready to start telling people that they can purchase this product right here, I just need to toggle this publish option right there. And then here's the link. You don't want to use the link that you were on when you were viewing it, because some extra stuff gets added to the URL. You don't want to share that one. You want to go here where it says link, click on this little icon, and it's going to copy the link the proper way into your clipboard. You can start using that on your social media, on your email marketing campaigns, wherever you want. You can start sharing that link and people can go there and start purchasing right away from you. It's amazing how simple and easy it is to do that. So I'm going to unpublish that. And that is instant checkout. Now, the next way you can sell things is using a custom checkout form, and then placing this custom checkout form anywhere on your website. And you're going to configure this checkout form with the products that you want in it for someone to purchase. Setting this up is very simple. There's multiple ways to do it. So I'm going to show you one way, but there's other ways of doing it. So I'm here in the SureCart settings, or in the SureCart area of my site. And at the very bottom, it says settings. We don't want to click on that, but right above it, it says custom forms. And that's what we want to click on. So I'll go ahead and click on that. Now you see one custom form here already, and that's that centralized store checkout that we just did that transaction on just a moment ago. We're going to customize that in a bit, but we're going to create a brand new custom checkout form. So I'll click on add new, and it takes me here. And the first thing is to give this checkout form a name, and then choose a starting design if I want, which we'll do. So I'll go ahead and give this a name. All right, now that I have a name, let's choose from one of these designs. So these designs are really showing you different possibilities with SureCart, because you really have control over that whole checkout form. There's a lot of cool things you can do. So there's donation forms in here. There's just so many options. I'll just choose the default option right here. I'll click on next. And in this step, we're going to pre-configure the checkout, right? We're going to add the products. So let's click on add products. And I'm going to choose that karaoke machine that we had, the karaoke fun machine. There's some options here if you're adding multiple products, which I'm not doing. And another option here for adding a custom thank you page. I'll just click on create and it's going to create the checkout form. Now, when I'm displaying this on my website, I'm not going to have it display this wide. I'm going to put it in a more narrow kind of container. Let's take a look at this. At the very top, here is the mode that the checkout form is, live or test mode. And then you see the shopping cart icon. When you click on that, you can change the products that are pre-configured on this checkout form very easily. You can change the quantity, you're pre-configuring it. So let's click on the icon again to get rid of that. Now, there's all kinds of options here. So when you click on this, if you noticed here on the right, I can change my template. I can change some spacing. I can change the highlight color. So if this color is not the color, this is my store color, but if this is not the color for my sales page, I can change that. And there are some other options here for the loading text, the success text. It's all right here. Let's see, loading, success. Let me explain this really quick while we're at it. Remember when I was doing that transaction, I said, oh, pay attention to these words. Well, this is where you change the words right here. That's called the loading text. And then after that was done, there was a little pop-up and it said, thank you for placing your order, and it had some info. And I said, I'm going to show you how to customize that. Well, this is where you do it right here. It's called the success text right there. So you can customize these bits of text however you want or translate them. The way you can always get back is in your form. You click in this top gray area and it's just going to appear right there. So this is just using kind of the block editor. So I can click this icon here in the top left and it shows a list of everything that makes up my form. And you can see here is my name, my payment information. Since it's a physical product, the address will automatically display. And each of these components, I can click in them and change things. So down here's the submit button, or I could have just clicked on the submit button. And you see over here on the right, I've got all kinds of options. I can change the text. If I don't like that little icon there, I can toggle that off. I can do whatever I want. This bit of text down here, if I don't like that at all, I can turn it off or I can change the text. So each of these things, as you click into them, there's going to be options available to you to customize it, to get it to work and look exactly how you want. On top of that, if you click on this plus and you scroll down to where it says SureCart, there's all these additional components you can add to your checkout form. And you can do this to the store checkout. You can add order bumps, custom fields, radio boxes, these different entry types, check boxes. You can add so many different things to really customize out the checkout form to make it look exactly how you want and work exactly how you want it to end up looking and working. I'm going to keep it simple. I'll click on publish and then I'm going to click on publish again. And so now I have this checkout form. So let's go back. I'm going to click on the WordPress logo. And now you can see I've got two forms, that store checkout, and then I have the checkout form I just created. So now I need to put this someplace on my website. And there's two ways of doing that. If you're using the block editor, Elementor, Beaver Builder, soon Bricks Builder, there's a module or a block that you can just add that into your sales page design and you've turned that page into a checkout page. If you're using some other maybe random page building tool that's not as popular, you can drop this short code. So since I'm using the block editor, all I need to do is go and create a new page. And this will be my sales page. Now, I'm not going to design a sales page right now, but I just want to demonstrate how you can add the form anywhere on your website. So I'll go ahead and give this a title. So I named this karaoke special offer. I want to hide the title on my page. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in a container and I'm going to add a heading in here. And then underneath it, I want to add a checkout form. So to add the SureCart checkout form, I'll click on the plus and you can start searching for checkout, or I'll scroll down to the checkout, the SureCart blocks. And there's this one here called checkout form. I'll add this right there is fine. It's saying, do you want to create a new form or select a form? I'll select a form. And now I am here and I can click this to reveal all the forms I've created or search for one. I only have 2, so it's easy. I'll choose karaoke, special offer, that form, and then I'll click on choose. And here is that checkout form that I created. So now let me just spend a minute to adjust the way this looks a little bit, and we'll take a look at it. Great. So here we are. I've hidden the title. I've put it in this container. I kind of scrunched it in a little bit. Ideally, you would design something here and integrate this into it. So you'd have a beautiful sales page and you would just add the checkout form. So I'm going to click on publish. And then I'm going to view the page, and you can see here is my checkout page. And I've got that title I added. I should probably add some spacing underneath it to give it a little breathing room. Here's the checkout forms, and I can change the quantity. And you can control how this is all set up very easily. You can see the checkout form is in live mode. Let's switch that. You can see in the admin bar, I can change that to test mode. I'll click on OK to confirm. And now it's in mode where I can actually purchase it through that same test processor that you saw a moment ago. And so you are not seeing the greatest example of a design page where I'm integrating this, but you can design your page however you want and turn it instantly into a checkout page with custom checkout forms. Now we're going to go over maybe the moment you've all been waiting for, and that's customizing everything. So you can see a little bit when I've clicked here or there in previous segments that there's a lot of flexibility to make everything look how you want it to look. But now we're going to go ahead and start tweaking everything to make it look maybe a little bit more like our brand. So let's first take a look at our store, our shop page. So I'm going to go to the front of the site. I'm going to click on shop. You saw earlier I added the menu item here for the store. So first of all, I want to get rid of this. I don't like the way that it looks. Now this is a theme thing. So this doesn't have anything to do with SureCart per se. Your theme controls typically if the title shows or whatever in this bit of design here. But then what we'll do as well is I'll show you how to customize the way this looks. And there's also filters, sorting and filters. So filters would show all those categories and all of that, as well as a search option up here. So I'll click on edit page. Now, what's nice, I'm using the Astra theme. They have a really easy way of hiding a page title. You literally just click on it and go like that, and that page title is not going to show anymore. Let me actually show you that really quick. I'll update and I'll show you. And actually, that did not work. Actually, I know why that is. I think I have to disable it a different way that is specific to Astra. So let me go back into the edit page. There's this option here where there's the Astra logo. Now, a lot of themes do the same thing. They'll have the logo for the theme there, and there's some additional options for hiding things. So there's this option here that says disable elements, and there's this option here that says disable banner area. I think that is going to get it. So I just clicked on save. Now I'm going to click on view page. Oh, and I got rid of that banner area. Perfect. So now let's go over designing this page out a little bit. So I'm going to go back into edit page. Now this is just a block editor. You can add whatever you want on the top, some headings, some designs, anything that you want. I want to focus on editing the product list here. So I'm going to click right here on the top left where it has the list view of everything. And let's start expanding this out. So you can see there's this block here called product list. And when I click on it, it highlights everything here in the center. And over on the right, I get a ton of options. And this is great. So you can choose how many columns you want. Let's go over the options actually. So there's the amount of columns is showing as 4, which I think is good for e-commerce. But if you wanted more room, you could go down to 3. How many products per page? So with 4, it's showing 2 rows of products. Maybe I want, since it's 4 and I want 3 rows, I can increase this to 12. So now there's 3 rows, right? 3 rows of products. So that's pretty cool. There's some options here about pagination, sorting, search. Do you want these to be available? The size of the typography. You really have all these style options here as well for the spacing. But what most people actually want to edit, that's just more like the structure of it. What most people want to edit is actually what's in the individual item, right? Because you can see this image doesn't look great here because this image is not, the image itself is square, but the frame here that it's displayed in is not square. So you can actually edit what the card design is. So let's do that together. So I'm selected on product list. Here's this WordPress toolbar, and there's this icon here with a pencil icon. And when you click on it, you're going to see it changes. And now I'm literally just designing the individual card, okay? And the elements that make up the card. So for example, I'm clicking on the image. If I want to change the dimensions of the image on how it displays, there's this icon right here that says aspect ratio, and I can choose a different aspect ratio. So maybe I want all my images to be square or widescreen or something like a TikTok video. I can do all that here. Now keep in mind it will apply to all the different cards in this grid. So I'm going to choose square, and now you can see it's a perfect square. But you know what I also want to do is I want to take this product title. So I'm going to click on it and I want to center it. So I've clicked on it. Here's some options to change the design of it, the size and all of that. But right here's the alignment button. I'm going to center that, and I'm going to click on the price, and I'm going to center that just like that. For the product title, let's maybe make the size a little bigger. It's set to 14, and let's increase this to maybe 16. And maybe for the font weight, let's make this a bolder weight. So it's set to regular. Let's see, maybe semi-bold. Okay, there we go. It might stand out a bit more. All right, so once you're done editing your card, and there's other things you can do here. You can click here, you can change background, you can do some crazy stuff. This is just basic stuff. I'm gonna click on done. And so now you can see everything's in a square the ratio, aspect ratio, and that fits that image a bit more. And I've just kind of changed the way things look a bit. So let's click on update. Let's click on view page. And you know, I got to say, this looks much better than it did before. It looks a lot cleaner. I got rid of that page title. I like the aspect ratio better square for my store, but you can set it however is best for you and your store and what you really want. Okay, let's continue on the customization process. I'm going to click in here. Now, I already showed you how to customize the product page. I'm not going to go over that again. It's looking pretty good here, but what I want to show you how to do is customize the cart. So I'm going to click here where it says add to cart, and we're going to customize the way this looks. So I'm going to maybe change some colors, some options, and all of that. The way you do that is you go back to the admin area. I'm going to click where it says SureCart, and there's this option here that says cart. And when I click on that, it's going to take me into this interface where I can customize that. And let's have a little fun. So I'm going to click into it, and it changes a little. I'm going to click on this top area, and just like the other parts we've been customizing, over here on the top left, you can click on the list view and see all the different components right there. And you can click on the plus and add new components. So I've clicked on the cart header. And over here on the right, I'm going to change the background color to match that kind of pink. And then I'm going to click the text color, and let's kind of make that white. Hey, it just looks a little nicer. And maybe we should double click here and change out the text some. So all you need to do is double click on it, and you can see I'm just removed everything, and I can put some different text. I named it your shopping bag. And each of these things that you can click on are going to reveal options. So this is called the cart header. These are the items. So if I didn't want someone to be able to change the quantity, I can toggle this option here that says edible off. And now they can't change the quantity. And if I don't want them to be able to remove it, I could do that. So you can set this however you want and what makes sense to you. For the coupon right here, when you click on that, there's also color options, and there's options to change the bits of text strings. By default, it's collapsed, but if you toggle this off, it's going to show like that, where it's just asking you to enter the coupon. So each of these items you can customize however you want very easily. And there's also something, I'll go ahead and mention it. You can add a cart message. So if I wanted to maybe add this right here, and I can say free shipping or some kind of promotional thing, I can easily add that bit of text right here and style it up a little bit. So I'm not going to do that. I'll just delete it. But I like what changes I've made. So I'm going to click on save and I'm going to save it. And now I'm going to end up going back to my, let's go back to see what the cart looks like. So I'm going to go to the front end of my site. And remember, we have the menu icon there. I'm going to click on it and you can see, wow, it looks different. It looks very nice. Oh, there was one more change. You could actually adjust the width. I didn't show you that, but it's in the same area. You can go there and you can change how far wide this is or narrow. You have full control over it. Okay, so that is the cart. Now the next thing is going to be that checkout. So let's go and check that out. I'm going to click on the cart. I'll click on checkout. And it's going to take me right here to the checkout. Now, I don't want to make a ton of changes here, but I do want to change this background color because I don't think it looks great. It's a default color, but I don't think it looks great with this pink. So I'll choose the lighter pink color to go with it. Super easy. I'll click on Edit Page like this, and it's going to take me to the checkout form right here. And there's multiple ways of getting to this. I could have done it this way, or I could have gone back here to the back end of my site, clicked on SureCart, and then clicked on checkout like this. And then it would take me directly in it that way. So there's multiple ways to get to these things a lot easier. Okay, so what I'm going to do is expand everything by clicking on the top left here to see the list view. And I'm going to expand everything out. We need to choose right here where it says SureCart columns, not the specific column, but right where it says columns right there. That's where it is. And then I'm going to click on the style here on the right, and there's my background color. I knew I would find you, and I'm going to change it so it kind of is part of my color palette, right? Let's see. Let's go with the lighter one. Yep, that looks good. So everything in here is customizable as well. Just like I showed creating a custom checkout form, you can fully customize this in many different ways, and it's also quite easy to do. So just don't be afraid to break anything. So I'll go ahead and save this. And now let's see what it looks like. And I think it's going to look a lot better. So I'm going to click on checkout. See, doesn't that look a little better than that kind of a gray? I think it does. And so you can add custom fields. You can add radio boxes. I covered a lot of this in the creating your custom checkout form if you want to go back to that section. But I think this is looking quite nice and it looks spectacular on mobile devices. So now there's just one more area to customize, and that is that customer dashboard that we saw when I did a test order. So go to the back end here, click on SureCart, and it says right here, customer area. So I'm going to click on that. And it's going to take me to the page that is the customer area, and I can fully customize this as well. So let's take a look at the front end of what this looks like and identify some changes we want to make. So I'm going to click here to visit this page, and you might want to link to this in the menu of your site. It's up to you. So for this site, I'm not going to have digital downloads, so I don't need this downloads option here. Plans is for subscriptions. And so I am going to have subscriptions on this site. So one thing I want to do is remove downloads. So I'm going to show you how to remove items here. And then for this, I want the order history to be above subscription plans because everyone's going to have some order history. And I'm going to remove this downloads here. Super easy. So I'm going to click on Edit Page. First, let's edit the menu items. And so if you look all the way over here on the right, it says template options. And when I click on this and it shows the little SureCart logo, we have similar options to that instant checkout we saw, options for the logo, and here's for the navigation. So I personally don't want downloads, so I'm going to toggle that off, and then I'm going to click on update, and let's see what that looks like. When I go here, you're going to see I no longer have downloads, and that's how easy it is to edit the menu items here. But now let's edit the content that's here. I'll click back into Edit Page, and it's essentially just blocks, and you can see the blocks are right here. So let's expand this out by clicking on the list view, the option here, the icon on the top left. Let's expand this out. And you can see here are the 3 blocks that make that up. So I said I want my orders at the top. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to move it to the top. And now I've got my orders at the top. And I could have just done it this way. You know, we've got these options. I don't want downloads, so I'm going to delete that. So now I just have order history and plans. Let's click on update. And now let's go and view the page. And here we have it. We've got my order history now at the top and my plans underneath it. But say I want to add something a little custom in there. You can easily do that too. And I want to add some kind of a welcome message above where it says order history. I'll click on edit page. Remember, these are just blocks. So I can add anything I want in here. So let's go ahead and add a heading and I'll put some information in here. All right, so I wrote this here in this little bit of text. So I want to move this up to the top. So I can drag and drop it, or I can expand that list view and just do it this way. It's whatever is easier for you. And now it's at the top, my little message. I can add a video. I can add buttons to go places. I can do whatever I want here. You have this control of doing it. So I'll click on update. Now let's view the page and you can see I've totally transformed this now. I've got a message here. Maybe I want that font a little smaller. I've got some text there. Maybe I want a video underneath it. I can do whatever I want to design. And then underneath that would be my order history and the subscription plans. And that's how easy it is to also customize the customer dashboard. And in this segment, we've covered a lot. We've covered the product list. We've covered the product page, not really the cart though, the checkout, and this right here. There's one more thing I want to mention, and that is, let me go to the website. So when I go to the shop page, this right here is called the product list block. And you can actually place this anywhere on your website. So it's actually very customary sometimes to have a list of just some of your top sellers or maybe featured products on your homepage to get people, funnel people into your store. And you can do this very easily by placing that block anywhere you want on your site. So I'm on the homepage here. If I wanted to replace this with products, change this text to our hottest products and then have the product list block here, I can easily do that. Let's actually do that really quick just to show you how easy it is. So I'm going to edit this page and let me go ahead and go back into the list view. All right, so I'm in that specific section and then there's this bit of these images here. So I'm going to delete that and now it's gone. So I just have this latest works. So let's change this to maybe top sellers. So it says top sellers and let's go ahead and add that product list block here. So I'm going to click on the plus on the top left. You can search for product list or just scroll down and you can see it's right here, product list. I'm going to drag and drop that right in here like that and let go. Great. And now we have that product list block, but I want to tweak it a little bit. So obviously I'm not wanting to show all these products. I just want to show maybe 4 of my top sellers. So I'm going to click into it and let's customize it. So I want to show 4 product per pages. I want this to be 4, right? Because we're only going to show our top sellers. And then I don't want to paginate, meaning let people see all the products here. I don't want sort, I don't want search, and I don't want collections. So now we just have this really nice list of 4 products. But how do you choose the products that you want? Well, it's simple. When you scroll down here, it says products to show. So literally I can show all products or featured products or hand-picked products. And I can literally just choose the 4 products that I want to show there. And that's how you would do that. And let's quickly change the design a little bit. Remember, I click on the block and I click this pencil icon and I go in here. So I'm going to click on the image and I'm going to click on this icon to change the aspect ratio to a square. And then I'm going to click into the product title. Let's center that. And for the price, I'm going to center that. And let me click back on the product title. I'm going to adjust the font weight for that to semi-bold. to be a little thicker like that. I'm going to click on done, and there you have it. And so I'm going to click on update, and now I'm going to go back to view my page. And you can see now when someone scrolls down, what do they see? They see my top sellers right here, and it'll look really good with some vibrant images. And someone can click directly into this, and it's going to take them directly here into the product page. So that's how easy it is to show products anywhere that you want on your website, hand-selected products. You could do that all very easily. So now we're going to go over some of the core features that you might want in your store. So the first one we're going to take a look at is coupons. So I'm going to click on SureCart, and here is coupons. You can easily create coupons by clicking on Add New. And then right here, you would give the coupon a name and then what the coupon code actually is. And you have some targeting options for the coupon. So is it just for a specific customer? And you can also make affiliate coupons. We'll cover this later. And you can choose which products the coupon's good for. So if I click here and I only want this for that karaoke machine, I can click here. And now this coupon can only be used on this particular product. And then when you scroll down, there's additional options. You can choose, is this a percentage discount or a fixed amount? So you could choose the options here and then enter the value here as well. Now, there's this option for the duration. This is more applicable if you're selling subscriptions. So if you're selling a subscription, is the coupon only good for the first payment? Or is it good for all your payments? Or is it good for just a few of your payments? So say you have a subscription and you want to just discount the first 3 months. You would choose repeating. You would choose 3 months like that. And say you wanted it to be 50% off, actually percentage discount, you would enter 50. And this is how you would configure it. So you have all this flexibility. And then when you scroll down, there's also options here for redemption limits. And this is, you don't want to not set these. It's very important to set these because sometimes you can create a coupon, you're busy, you forget all about it. And next thing you know, it's being shared all over the internet or it's not being used the way that you intended. So you can limit how many times the coupon can be used. You can also limit how many times an individual customer can use the coupon. And then down here, you can configure the minimum subtotal amount and the maximum subtotal amount. So this is like if you had a coupon that is good if your order is over $500, that's when you'd put 500 here as the minimum. And then you can optionally set an end date right here. And then you'll click on create coupon. So I'll fill this out for myself right now. Okay, so I've filled this out. I'm just gonna have a coupon that takes 20% off and it's only good for that karaoke product. And then it's gonna expire on a specific day. I'll click on create coupon and then boom, I have made my first coupon. And now when you go into the coupon at a later date, there's some information that's going to display on this coupon. So right here, you can see a summary of everything, but I can also see how many times it's actually been used right here, which is very helpful for me. So yep, there you go. And you can always go in here and edit out your coupon. And over here on the top right, there's an option next to the update coupon to delete the coupon if you no longer want to have it. Now, the next core feature is tax, adding real-time tax calculations to your products. Also, there's tax overrides for specific products that might have a different tax rate for them. Now, this is not tax advice. I'm not a tax accountant and any of that. So there's my legal disclaimer. But it's all pretty simple to set up in SureCart. And also it also covers, there's options for those real unique requirements that might be in some EU nations where maybe the VAT's included or there's just lots of different options that might apply to EU countries. They're all in here. So I might skip some unintentionally as I'm showing you how to do the taxes. So this is going to be enabled. You turn this on in the settings. So I'm going to go to settings. And then over here, I'm going to go to where it says taxes. And then I'm going to turn on tax collection to enable this option. Now, it's important that you put your address in because taxes are kind of complex. Sometimes it's based upon the seller's address. Sometimes it's based upon the buyer's address, and that depends on where you're selling to. So you want to make sure you've got your address in there. So let's look at these options. Do you want to collect tax? Yes or no? Is the tax included? So that's like VAT included, where you're you're selling and displaying the price with the tax included. There's a fallback tax rate right here. Down here, there's specific EU VAT options. Do you want to require a VAT number? Oh, local reverse charge. That's the one I was not able to remember. And there's also in the checkout form, there's a component that you can add for the EU VAT number validation. So, but I believe if I turn this on, it's just going to appear there automatically. It's automatically being added by SureCart. But you might want to change this location. So I would go in and manually add it and then maybe move it exactly where you want in your checkout form. Okay, I'm going to just save where I'm at so far. And validation errors. That's probably because I didn't put an address in here. So let me go ahead and fill this out, and then we're going to choose which tax regions we have. Okay, great. That notice went away because I just needed to pop my address in. Perfect. So I'm going to scroll down here, and then you want to choose the tax region. So I'm going to choose the United States, and here we are. And right here, I'm going to choose where I have to enter the sales tax registrations I have. So I'm going to click on plus to collect tax. And then I'm going to choose right here which state I am collecting tax. And I'm going to choose California. There it is. And I'll choose collect tax. And you can see now I'm collecting tax for California. So you got to configure this out how you need it to. Now, there is on the SureCart channel more information, specific information on setting up tax. It's not that complicated. And many times you have a situation like with other e-commerce tools, they either can't collect tax or they can't calculate tax in real time, or they don't meet all of the specific unique things that EU merchants need. But all of it is here. But for some of the specifics, you might need to take a look at the documentation on SureCart's website. Now, this is going to be automatic tax calculation. I guess I should go in there and purchase that karaoke machine and see the tax get calculated. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we're going to return here and take a look at shipping overrides. So I'm going to go to my store and I'm going to click on the machine. Instead of add to cart, I'm just going to click buy now because I'm just going to go straight to checkout. So I'm going to fill out my address, and what we're going to see happen is it's going to calculate the tax based upon my address. All right, so I popped my address in, and you can see it's calculated that it needs to charge 7.25%. That's the rate for me, and it's automatically adding it. So it's calculating it exactly the way that I've configured it. And it appeared as soon as I entered in my country and my state. All right, so let's go back and take a look at the tax overrides. So I'm going to go back to the settings and I'm going to click back on tax. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to go back into the United States. Now, what's really nice about SureCart is that you can also override the tax rate. So if certain items are having a different rate, maybe it's usually like a lower rate or something, like maybe a book or water or some obscure product, you can override what that tax rate is. And this is another use for product collections. So the way it works is you would create a product collection for products that need to be in this different tax rate. Or if you need to tax the shipping rate if you're legally obligated to tax the shipping charge as well, you use this for that as well. So that's called the shipping override, and then there's the product override. So I'm going to choose add a product override, and first thing it's saying is, well, what's the collection of products that we're going to override? So I created a collection earlier in this video called mics. So I'm going to choose mics and say, for example, in California, mics need to be charged a tax of 2.5%. So then I would enter 2.5. and click on Add Override. And so now any product that is in the product collection named Mike's will have a 2.5% tax rate. And you do the same thing for the shipping overrides if you need to tax, or if you're required to tax the shipping. So if I go to products and I look at my collections, the Mike's have one product, and it's that karaoke machine. Even though it's not a mic, I added it to this collection here. So let's see what happens if I try to buy that. Just a second ago, we saw it was taxed at, the karaoke machine was taxed at like 7%. Now we should see it at 2.5% because it's in the product collection. And we said any product in this collection gets this special rate. So I'm going to go to store. Let's go check it out. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do buy now. And I just need to fill out the address really quick. All right. Now that I've filled it out, you can see now the rate is 2.5% for 75 cents. So this is how you, number one, set taxation. You turn it on and you set the real-time calculations. And then here's how you can override those calculations for those random products you might be selling that have a different tax rate. Now let's take a look at shipping. So you can charge shipping. You can have different shipping rates, different shipping methods, and it's real easy to set up. So we created this product, but we never, and it's a physical product that we're going to ship, but we never created the shipping, charging for the shipping. So let me show you how to do that. It's real simple. So I'm going to go to SureCart dashboard, click on settings, and then there's this option right here that says shipping. Now, the first step with shipping is to enable shipping rates. So let's turn this on and let's click on save. And it's giving us this notice. It's saying that shipping rates is on, but there's still more work for you to do. That's all this message is saying. So the next thing you're going to want to do is scroll down and you're going to want to set up your shipping methods. These are the ways you're shipping to people. So think of UPS, FedEx, the Postal Service, DHL, whatever those methods are, and I guess the category of the shipping. Is it express shipping? Is it overnight shipping? You can configure these methods however you want. So out of the box, the shipping methods listed that are going to display as options for the customer are economy, standard, and express. And each of them display the estimated time it's going to take for them to receive the product. Now you can delete these, edit these, add new ones, add whatever you want. They could say FedEx, they could say UPS, they could say whatever you want. So for example, economy, what if I click the three dots here, click on edit, and I'm just going to name this free shipping. And I can change the description, click on update. And you can see now I have express, standard, and free shipping. So you can set this however you want. So the first step is to set up these methods. Now we have to create a profile. And what the profile is basically which areas you ship to and how much do you charge for each of these methods to that area. So you can do one rate. So I'm in California, I can do one rate for the United States, and then a different rate for Canada, a different rate for Mexico. Or if I don't want to ship to Mexico or South America or Europe, I just don't have rates for those. So you have these options. What I need to do is, well, here's the profile that has been created for me. And then I can create custom profiles based on weight of products and things like that. So let's go ahead and click in here. All right. So name general, it's showing all the products included. And now I need to choose the zone, and this is where I'm shipping to. I'll click on create zone and I'll give it a name. So let's just first choose United States. So you can name the zone however you want. So I put United States, and here I'm going to choose United States. Okay, I've chosen it. Now this zone can be multiple countries if the rate is the same. So I selected United States, but I can select other countries as well. So these are just pretty much where you ship to. I'm gonna click on next. And now I choose the method. And so these were those three methods we saw, right? So there's free shipping. And for this, let's charge 0. Keep in mind, you have other options here for flat rate based on the item weight, based on the order price. And the order price is how you can do free shipping if the order's over $500. That's how you can kind of do that. I'll click on add. And so now we see our first rate for one of the methods selected. So say I have free shipping is free. And then let's do express shipping. And this is say $20. How about that? $20 like this, and we'll do flat rate. So you can start customizing this out however it is to your requirements. So now let me go and try to purchase the same product. I'm going to go to my store and I'm going to choose buy now. And then what we're seeing that we didn't see before is it says shipping. It says to check the available shipping choices, please provide your address. So now I'm going to put the address in. We're going to see that 2.5% and we're going to see some shipping options. So let me pop this in. Okay, as soon as I click on California, we should see all the magic happen. Boom, we got our tax over here. We have our shipping options. So now I'm shown those two methods that I added a price for in my zone. So if I wanted to choose express shipping because I want it faster, it's $20. $20 gets added to my order. And that's all there is to setting up shipping, is doing it this way. So I'm actually gonna place another test order right here. So let's go ahead and order this again. I'll click on continue. And now you see I have two orders. This is the higher priced one. And when I click into it, you can see the full breakdown, what I paid, the shipping, the tax, and I can download my receipt or invoice if I need to. And the reason I did this is because we're going to go over product fulfillment in a moment. So now let's get into some of the order management. And why don't I show you how to refund an order? Super easy. So you click on SureCart, click on orders, and now we see a list of our orders and kind of some information on these orders. We've got order numbers, we've got status, fulfillment. So I can see I have not fulfilled this order yet. And we've got shipping, have I shipped it? We've got all this info right here. So what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and refund this first order right here, which was $29.99. And this was earlier in the video. So you can see I haven't shipped this yet. If I wanted to ship this, I would click on fulfill item. I'd pop in my tracking number. This would send a notification to the customer and I click on fulfill items. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to refund it. So no matter what's ordered, you'll see here on the top right a button that says actions. And you'll see this in other parts of SureCart. And there's a drop down arrow. And when I click on it, I have two options. Mark as paid. The reason it says mark as paid is because we're using the test payment gateway. When we go live and someone places an order, you're getting the money, you're getting paid instantaneously. So there isn't a mark paid. So here's an option though to cancel this order. I actually can't refund it because I haven't actually collected the money for it because it's the test order. But anyways, I can go here and click on cancel and I can cancel the order. And you can see now this order is canceled. You can see by the badge right there. And when I click back on orders, you can see this order has been canceled. Yeah, it's kind of hard to show you how to refund an order if I haven't actually placed an order where I've received the funds. So that's how you cancel an order. But if this order had been paid for, it's going to say refund. And you can refund, and it gives you an option to choose how much you want to refund. So we'll probably hit that again later in the video. But while I'm at it, let's take a quick look at that order fulfillment. So I'm going to click into this other order that was not refunded. I'm going to mark this as paid because this is how it would be if it was paid. And let's see, that should show, that just shows the cancel the order. Okay, perfect. So I've got this order. I want to fulfill it. What you do is pretty much print your shipping label and get the product ready to ship. You click on fulfill items. Now, if this order had multiple products, you can partially fulfill it if you want. There's an option for that. See here where it says one of one. So if there was multiple items, that's what that is for. So I can put the tracking number and the tracking link right here. I've got the shipping address and I can click on fulfill item. Now, what happens when you do that and you add the tracking information, the customer is going to be emailed, hey, the order shipped. Here's the tracking link. And also that tracking link is going to be added to the customer dashboard. So now when that customer logs in, they'll be able to follow along with this, the process of this order getting to them. All right, so now the order has been fulfilled. Let's change it to shipped. Great. Now when I go to orders, you can see it's paid, it's fulfilled, and it's shipped. And as a customer, let me go ahead and visit the customer dashboard. So it's just a page here. Go on view. I can see the order that was refunded. Here's the order that's paid and shipped. And you can see all the status of it right here. The shipment, here it is. Here's what was shipped. And I should have added the tracking link to it, but it would show here a tracking link for your customer, so they're always able to know where they are with you. So now we're going to finally take our store live, and I need to do this because the next section we're going to go over subscriptions, and I need a real transaction in order to show you how to manage those subscriptions. So it's time to do this. Let's just go ahead and get the store live. It's actually very simple. We essentially just need to connect to a payment gateway. And there's multiple payment gateways to choose from: PayPal, Stripe, Molly. So in each of those have their own different payment methods that they make available. So for example, a payment method might be Klarna, or might be Bolero for Brazil, or might be SEPA for European bank payments, or ACH for US bank payments. So you connect to the payment processor, and then they have payment methods: credit card, ACH, things like that. So I'm just going to connect to Stripe. Now, I don't probably need to walk you through going to Stripe and create an account. It takes 2 seconds. There's no monthly fee. You pay a percentage. They always charge a transaction fee. All of them charge a transaction fee, but it's very low. And so PayPal has a fee, Molly has a fee. So I'm just going to connect to Stripe, and connecting to all three is going to be super easy. So let's go ahead and do that. So go ahead and create a Stripe account. It takes just a moment or two to create it if you don't already have one. That's Stripe.com. So go to SureCart. Let's click on settings, and let's click on payment processors. And I'm going to connect to Stripe. Now, all the payment processors have a live mode and a test mode. Okay, so when we connect to Stripe, we're going to connect to both of those modes. All right, so I'm going to click right here where it says Stripe. Now, this is going to open in a new tab, and it's going to take us over to the SureCart platform where we created a login to earlier. And it's going to take us specifically to the part the settings page where we will connect to the payment gateway. So I'm going to click on Stripe, and then here it is. I'm going to click connect. I'm going to connect to live mode, and this takes me over to the Stripe page. Now I'm already logged in. With a single Stripe account, you can have multiple businesses in there. So I have 3 businesses listed, and I'm blurring it for my own confidentiality. So I'm going to choose the business I want to connect to this SureCart store. And then I'm going to click on connect. And now it says returning to SureCart. It's going to redirect me back here, and my live mode is connected. Now I'm going to go back up to connect, and I'm going to click on test mode. And this is going to do the same thing. It's going to take me back here, and I'm going to choose the business that I want to connect to. And then I'm going to click on connect, and it's going to establish the connection. And now I'm ready to take payments with Stripe. And if you wanted to connect to other payment process, well, you can see here, active processors, the built-in test processor, and also the Stripe processor. Now, if I wanted to also set up PayPal, which if I was really going live, I would want PayPal and Stripe. It's probably a good idea to use both, because some people are just diehard PayPal users. PayPal fees are a little bit higher though. But Stripe would be for credit cards and things like that. So, okay, great. So now that I have this all set up, I'm going to go back to my store. This just opened in a new tab, so my other tab is right there. Now I'm going to click on refresh to refresh the page, and you can see now it's changed. It says Stripe. It's all connected and enabled. So now when I go to the checkout, you're going to actually see the credit card form. Let me just show you that really quick. So I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to click on my product, and then we're going to click on buy now. And you can see I'm on the checkout page. And when I scroll down, you can now see where you can enter in a credit card or choose Google Pay, because I'm using Google Chrome. If I was on Safari, it would show Apple Pay. And I also have enabled ACH for US bank accounts. Now, the step one for going live is certainly connecting to your payment processor. Now, each form on SureCart, on your website that you've created in SureCart, has its own live mode or test mode. So you might have seen it prior parts of this video. If you're on a page like the checkout page here, when you look into the admin bar, that's this black area here at the top, you'll see it say checkout form and test mode. This is just letting you know that the checkout form you're on is currently the mode that it's currently in, and this is an easy way to toggle it. So every form that you create, you can quickly put it in test mode, do some test transactions, and then put it into live mode, and then it's live for all. So if I wanted to go into live mode, I can just go up here, switch live mode, click OK, and now my store is live for customers to start buying things, real transaction, money is exchanging hands. It no longer says test mode right there. So this is how you go live. You just connect to the payment processor, and then you would go here and toggle your checkout form to go into live mode. Now, what I have noticed, some troubleshooting, if you have just connected the processor and then you've come here and you're not seeing the credit card stuff appear, this is just a quick little thing. Just go into, say, a product and make a minor change, and it will kind of like refresh the connection. So like you can go in here and do something as simple as moving an image like that and then clicking on Save Product. That'll refresh everything and it'll all start working. So that is how you do that. However, we want to stay in test mode for the next part of this video, which is managing subscriptions. In this section, we're going to go over subscriptions, and specifically, how do you sell them? How do you manage them? And how do you retain them? See, there's lots of products on the market for selling subscriptions. There's really nothing special about that. Well, I think the way SureCart does it is in some real clever ways. Everything that you would want, you can do. But not all products are created equal. Selling is simple, but managing and retaining is hard. However, SureCart has those features that you would need to manage a subscription and to retain a subscription. But just keep in mind, when I'm showing you these, other e-commerce tools don't have these options, and it leads to subscriber churn. You're getting subscribers and they're canceling, and you have to get more and more new subscribers to cover all the ones that are canceling, and your business never grows. So if you can improve and master the managing and the retaining of subscribers, that's when your business selling subscriptions flourishes. Okay, that's my 2 cents about subscriptions. Okay, so let me show you how to sell subscriptions or set them up. So you remember earlier I mentioned that one of the unique things about SureCart is products can have multiple prices. That is amazing. So you can have a product with one subscription price and term, or a second one, or a third one, or as many as you want. And there's tons of options for all of it. Now, what's nice is you can go here with the sample products and see how some of these have been created, right? So I can go to this as a subscription with a free trial, a subscription or subscribe and save. And I think there's a couple more in here. Subscription with a setup fee, or just a straight up subscription. We can do all of those. So let's just go ahead and create a new product. I'll click on Add New, and we'll make this maybe a karaoke subscription. Who knows? Okay, there we go. I'm going to click on Create. I'm not going to go through all the bells and whistles because I want to get through this video. You know about adding descriptions and images. I don't have anything for that. So subscription, in this case, this is going to be a digital subscription. So I'm not choosing physical product. I'm leaving this on digital product and doing the auto fulfillment. So where most of the subscription action is on the price. So let's add a price. I'll click here. And this is where we want to have a name. So let's create a product with a monthly subscription and an annual subscription. There we go. Yeah, let's do that. So I just entered monthly in for the name. For the payment type, this is going to be a subscription. For the price, let's make this $9.99 per month. How about that? It's going to repeat every month. This is where you'd say every year for when we make the annual subscription. And here's where if I wanted to do some things like have a trial, I could do it here. How long is the trial? And then if I wanted it to be a paid trial, I can add a fee right here for the trial. There's all these options here of what you can do with subscriptions. Okay, so this is good for me. I'm going to click on Create Price, and you can see the price has been created. But we're going to also have an annual fee or a subscription option. I'm going to go here and, let me click on Cancel. I click on Add Another Price, and let's name this Annual. And I'm going to choose Subscription. And for this, let's charge $99, like that, $99.99. It's going to repeat every year. And so we're giving a little bit of a discount. I'll click on Create Price, and now we have a monthly option and an annual option where you have 2 payments less. So far, this is looking good. Let me click where it says View Product. Now it's going to look a little bare bones because I don't have any pictures, but you can see here that when a product has more than one price, this price selector appears. And you can see it's monthly and annual. So I can just easily buy one of these terms this way. And you also have that switcher when you are in the instant checkout. So here's the instant checkout. Let me disable the product image because we don't have it. And then let me just click on preview. Let's see. And here's what the preview looks like. So you see how we have this product switcher right here. So I am going to go back and I'm going to purchase this subscription. Now remember, we're going to use the template right here where it says for the page layout. I'm going to switch that to theme layout. So we're using that for all of our products. Let me show you what I meant about that. There we go, products, where it shows in the box like this. So it matches everything else we're doing. Okay, so I'll go ahead and purchase this let's purchase the monthly subscription. I'll click on Buy Now, and my checkout form's in test mode, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and fill this out. Now, when you've connected to Stripe and you're making a transaction in test mode, when you hover over here, let's see, can I click over it? No, I can't. Okay, the number is 4242. You can Google Stripe credit card test mode numbers, and there'll be a whole list of them. So it's usually 4242 all the way across, and then the rest of the information doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out. Okay, so it's all filled out. I've got my test card number in there, and I'm going to purchase the subscription. And what you're going to see now on the customer dashboard, there's going to be an entry for plans. Let me click on continue and you'll see. So remember before we had the order history and we didn't have anything here for plans because I hadn't purchased the subscription plan. This is for subscription plans and installment plans. And here it is. So I am the customer. I can go in here. I can see my active subscriptions. I can see it's active. I can see the renewal date. So this is when the next payment's going to come out. And I can click into this and I can get some additional information. So if you see up here on the top right, I can update my payment method. So that's if I need to change my credit card number or if I want to switch from, say I have Stripe and PayPal, if I want to switch between those, I can easily do that. You can't normally do this with e-commerce systems, but you can when you're using SureCart. I can cancel the plan right here. So when I cancel it, it will just cancel it at the next billing date. So I'll still have access. Well, there's actually options in there for that. I'll show you. But the user can cancel it. You can actually disable this if you don't want the user to be able to cancel it. All right. And this is actually one of the coolest parts. You can see what's happening here in the customer area. Since I have 2 subscriptions, I can upgrade to the annual. And what it will do is it'll prorate things. So it'll prorate and charge me immediately. So it's really nice for me as a customer that I can upgrade or downgrade. These are actually options though. If you want to not make it available for the customer, you don't have to. But I really wanted you to see what the customer sees so that when we go and look at the options, you'll know what they are for because you're able to see what the customer can see right here, which is pretty cool. So, now what I would like to do is go ahead and show you the options in the back end. So I'm going to go to the dashboard. I'm going to click on SureCart. I'm going to go to subscriptions. And you're going to see, here's that subscription I purchased, but we're going to get back to this in a moment. But I'm going to go to settings and there's right here, the subscription option. And in here is going to list the options of how subscriptions are handled and managed. Here's how upgrades, downgrades, and cancellations happen. So right here, you can choose when someone downgrades. You typically don't want to mess with this stuff though. When someone downgrades, you don't want to downgrade them immediately because you want to downgrade them because you don't want to be in a refund situation, right? Where you're having to refund someone. So you want to do it on the next billing period. Upgrades though, you typically want to have an upgrade happen immediately. So if I'm upgrading, I'm going to prorate you immediately and you don't have to prorate them. The SureCart prorates and charges the right rate. And then when do cancellations happen? Remember I mentioned canceling, it'll cancel at the end of the period. Well, you actually can control it to be how you want it, but typically you want to leave these three settings the way that they are. Okay, failed payments. This is one of, now we're getting into some of the management features of SureCart. But let's just go over the settings and we can circle back to it. So a big cause of churn with subscriptions is when the payment when the payment fails. So it can fail for many reasons. It can fail because maybe the credit card expired, and the customer didn't update it. Or it might fail because they've hit their balance. Or it might fail because maybe there's some increased maybe fraud on their credit card and maybe their credit card company denied it or declined it. There's all sorts of reasons. So what happens with SureCart is SureCart, right now you're telling it, how do you handle the failed payments? But SureCart will also, and we're going to talk about it in just a moment, chase down the customer to get them to fix a failed payment. But anyways, so if there's a failed payment, you want the subscription canceled immediately, or actually it looks like our options are 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks. 1 week is perfectly fine. Okay, let's see. Yeah, here's the customer portal. So here's some of the options for the customer portal that I was talking about. Do you want to allow the customer to change their subscription? Do you want to allow them to allow subscription quantity changes and allow subscription cancellations? So if you don't want cancellations in there and you want them to contact you, you can turn it off. If you don't want to allow them to upgrade or downgrade, you can turn that off so they can't change their subscription and they have to contact you. I think it's better to always leave these on though, to give the option to the customer to be able to manage their subscription without opening up a support ticket. All right, so here's a lot of our subscription stuff. And actually when you go to notifications, there's some notifications that are specific to subscriptions. You see them right here. So subscription renewal emails. This will send an email to the customer when the subscription renews. They'll get a receipt anyway, so they don't really need that. Subscription cancellation notification. This would send a notice once if their subscription is canceled, whether you canceled it or they canceled it or it was canceled because of a failed payment. Then there's a subscription reminder notification. This you probably want on. I think it's good to have on. Basically, and it might be a legal requirement in certain parts of the world. And this is going to let them know 3 days in advance of a payment of a renewal that the renewal is coming up. You're going to be charged in 3 days, pretty much. And then we have the subscription recovery emails. This is what is going to be sent to them when there's failed payments. Okay, so let's go ahead and save that. And so let me go back to the products and the pricing just to make sure we've gone over a lot of the options. So this is what A subscription with a free trial is how it's configured. So I'm going to click into this product. Here is the subscription. So I'm going to click into it. So you can see the subscription is set to $99 every month, but the trial is enabled and the length of it. It's 7 days. So this will always be days. If you need a 6-month free trial, just calculate how many days that is what, 182? 182? Yeah, I think it's like that. You just calculate it and pop it in there. So this is how you would configure a product with a free trial, subscription with a free trial. And here's a subscription with a setup fee. So I'm going to click in here and let's take a look at how this is. So we have the setup fee toggle enabled. You can name the setup fee whatever you want to name it. And this is how it will appear in the order summary. And what that fee is, you can actually have a discount as well. And so this is how you would set up a subscription that way. And I believe those are the main things. I mean, if you're doing physical products where you want to tie in a subscription, you can create a product price for a one time. And if it's like a recurring thing that you send on a recurring basis, you can name it subscribe monthly and save, pop your price in and your term in. And then that's a very common model, especially with Amazon, is like turning a product into, we'll ship this to you regularly at a discount. So setting up your products for selling, it's super easy. But now let's go into how do you manage the subscriptions? So we just had a subscription transaction. So I'm going to go to subscriptions, and here's some KPIs of your subscriptions. So you can see the subscribers, you can see the MMR, that's your monthly recurring revenue. It'll be calculated if you are selling annual subscriptions or subscriptions outside of monthly terms. And so you've got some stats here. Now, you might be looking at this and saying, well, if you just sold a subscription, why is it not showing here? And that's because when you see data like this, it's showing you live transactions, but if you want to see test transactions, there's a little toggle here on the right. So now when I toggle that, it's going to show me the test transactions. You want to display these differently, right? Because you don't want to have like a ton of test transactions and then that data is mixed with the live transactions and it doesn't give you an accurate view of your business. So that's why now you can see it's a subscription and what my MMR is and how much it's increased. Okay, so what I'm going to do is click into the subscription. So if I want to manage a subscription, I need to find it and click into it. There's a search here, but I can see this is the subscription. I can click into it and see all of the details. So let's take a look at this screen and the action button on the top right, just to see everything you could do to manage these subscriptions. And it's very, very nice. So first thing is we can see when the payment renews. When it was created, right here, we can see when it renews. We can see the status of it. You can see it's active. Right here for the price, you can actually change the price or change the subscription product right here. If your customer is like, for whatever reason, you want to give them a discount on the next payment, you can create a coupon and then you can add that coupon right here to their next payment. That one's really cool. Keep in mind, you can't do this with other tools. All this management stuff, the other tools can't do this stuff. That's why people that sell subscriptions use SureCart, because you can fully manage subscriptions this way, which helps you to retain them. Okay, upcoming billing period. You can see the subscription, the term, the price they're paying, and all of that. And then down here, you have the billing periods. And these are the past payments that someone has made. And this is where managing subscriptions is so easy. So I can go here and I can see if maybe the last payment failed. Because a lot of times what happens is someone will get a failed payment. They log in, they update the payment method, and they say, hey, can you reactivate my account, or can you try again, or things like that. So you literally just go here and you would see the failed payment and the 3 dots, you would click on it. and there'll be an option to retry the payment. It's so clear, clean, and easy what you need to do. And then right here, you can see all the payment methods that they've added, and you can change the one that actually gets billed for that next payment that you try. So it's just so flexible. Okay, now over here, let's take a look at our actions. So I go here, I can update the subscription, change the renewal date, pause the subscription, and cancel the subscription. So we have all of these options here. So what is update? Let me click on update. And what update's going to do, it's going to take me here and it's going to give me an option of changing the subscription that they have. So I can click on the three dots. I can change the price. I can change the product. It will tell me what it's going to be. I can automatically prorate. I can do all of that all right here. And then there's this option here that I can change it immediately or I can change it on the next period. It's so flexible. Next option is to change the renewal date. And so this is the person that says, oh, hey, well, there's actually two cases for this, right? There's someone asking if the date can change. Maybe your business requirements and the way it runs, you want them all on a certain day. Or maybe you're helping someone through support. Maybe they're having a tough time and you want to cut them a break. Oh, hey, I'm going to push out your renewal a month or something like that. So there's all kinds of different cases for this, but it's super easy. You just go here. Actually, let's see. It renews on July 3rd. Let's push that out. I'm going to go here, change renewal date. So it's set to July 3rd. Let's change this to 2 weeks later. So I'm going to give them an extra 2 weeks. I'm going to just choose the date, choose update, and now it's going to say it's going to renew on June 17th. You see how easy that is? It's all right here. I could pause the subscription. So you go in here, it will pause the subscription and start back up on the date that you select. Okay, so let me close that. And then, so for the use case of pausing is simple. So say you have a subscription, someone needs to participate in it to get some value. They're going out of town for 3 months or something, or something's happening and they want to cancel because they're not going to get the value. You say, oh, let me just pause the subscription. I'll pause it. And that way you're reducing churn because you're not canceling it, you're pausing it and pushing it out into the future. And then you can cancel the subscription. You go here, is it canceling immediately or at the end of the period? So you have all these management options. And typically with e-commerce tools that sell subscriptions only, when you might need to make one of these changes and you can't, your only option is to cancel the subscription. So it causes lots and lots and lots of churn. So SureCart gives you all the tools to manage that subscription properly. So your answer is never cancel the subscription. It's never cancel the subscription and maybe pray that they renew or they subscribe to the other thing that you can't switch them to because you're using the wrong tool. So that's what management is all about. Now let's take a look at retention. You want to retain. So the two ways that SureCart's going to let you retain is simple. The first one is going to be subscription recovery. And what subscription recovery is when there's a failed payment, SureCart's going to track them down, get them through email, send them a couple emails, and it's going to get them to come in and update their payment method or contact you and all of that. It's going to chase them down in order to get their attention to address the subscription failed payment. And now the other half of retaining subscribers is by not letting them cancel in the first place. Not that you don't let people cancel, but if someone tries to cancel, say what we saw in the customer area, when they click on the cancel button, instead of letting them just, okay, you're canceled, to stop them for a moment and say, hey, why are you wanting to cancel? And then based upon the reason why, you say, hey, why don't I give you 50% off for the next year or the next 2 payments? Or why don't I pause your subscription for the next few months? And would you like to accept this offer? You must have experienced this. I know I have. I used to get it, and I think I still do with Hulu. If you subscribe to Hulu and you try to cancel, they're like, oh, hey, wait, we'll give you a deal this next 3 months. And what do? You're like, oh, I'll take that deal and I won't cancel. And so that's what the subscription saver feature is. Now, I'm not going to show you the subscription saver feature in this video. When I go to subscriptions and subscription saver, this requires a pro plan of SureCart. I should ask them if they can switch this to not be just the pro version. But this is a huge deal because it's going to reduce the amount of, it's going to accomplish two things, right? It's going to reduce the amount of people that actually cancel, and it's going to allow you to gain insights into the reasons why people cancel. So when you go on subscriptions here, you see the secondary option that says cancellations. It's going to list out the cancellations right here. And this right here is going to show you data points on what people said they canceled for. And it will also show you how many subscriptions it prevented from canceling so that your store ends up just making more money because it has reduced churn. Okay, let's go through the 3 revenue boosters that come with SureCart, and it's all built in. Now, normally with other e-commerce tools, they either don't have this or you have to purchase some expensive add-on to be able to do this. I'm going to go through these really, really quick. Cart abandonment, order bumps, and one-click upsells. And they all 3 will lead to more revenue for your store. Cart abandonment gets you more sales. Order bumps and one-click upsells get people to spend more money. So let's go over these quickly. Cart abandonment, super easy. You would go to settings. There's an option here that says abandon checkout, and you simply need to turn this on. And what this does is if someone goes to add a cart, they go to the checkout page and they get distracted. It's happened to everybody. They get distracted and they don't check out. Maybe a call happens, a kid interrupts them, or something happens and they get distracted, or maybe they have some moment of doubt. What cart abandonment's going to do is going to capture that info in a GDPR-friendly way. It's going to capture that info and it's going to email them 3 emails on the schedule that you set, but you should probably leave the default settings. And what it's going to try to do is to get them to come back and complete the purchase. And you can even escalate the urgency here by offering them a discount on that last email to come and complete the purchase now. Many times, just a simple discount, $5, 5%, is all that's needed to get them to come back and complete the purchase. So when you turn it on, you can see here's the email delay. So the first email set to go up an hour after they abandon the checkout, and then a day, and then the 5 days, or you can change this to whatever you want. There's all these options here. And then you can choose, do you want to offer them a discount or not? If you turn this on, it's simple like a coupon. You set the amount or the percentage, the durations. This is regarding subscriptions. And then when do you want to make the discount offer? I think you should always offer it on the final email. And then you can elevate the urgency by making it expire. So you can set a 3-day coupon, and what's going to happen on that last email, it says, hey, right now it's set to 15% off. Why don't you take 15% off? Here's a coupon. It's only good for 3 days. Guaranteed that's going to increase sales, and it does, and it works really good. You typically can see a serious revenue increase just by enabling cart abandonment, sometimes 10 or 15% more revenue for your store. Here's the GDPR options for this. And then down here is some advanced options to fine tune it. So you can have it ignore products that they might have purchased before. And you can also have a grace period where maybe someone's abandoned the cart and then they completed the purchase and then they're back to buy something in 15 days and they abandon it again. Maybe you don't want to send that sequence. So you can toggle on this grace period option and you can enable it to not put them in another sequence for a period of time. This is cart abandonment. It works really, really well. And that's it. You just make more money just like that. So now the next 2 options are order bumps and upsells. So when you click on products right here, you'll see some options, order bumps and upsells. And these are very easy to set up. And essentially what this is discounting products. So an order bump is someone's on the checkout based upon what they have in their checkout, or maybe the amount of the order, you're going to offer them something at a discount. And they can check the box and just get it right then and there. So that's typically an order bump. And upsells are the same thing. Someone completes their purchase, and instead of sending them the thank you page, you say, hey, we got one more thing for you with a big old discount. So let's try to go through those quickly. I'll choose order bumps, and I'm going to click on add new. I'm going to give this a name. I'm going to name it special offer, and let's just say the karaoke subscription. How about that? Someone goes to buy the karaoke machine, I'll offer them this annual subscription, and I'm going to discount it. So I'm going to click on create, and you just have to fill this out. I've already chosen the product that's going to be offered. Now you got to display you got to choose when are we going to offer this? And that's called the display conditions. So it's all based on rules. So I'm going to show this if someone is purchasing that fun machine. That's the only time I'm going to show this offer. Okay. And you can add multiple products, multiple conditions. It's very, very flexible. Oops, I forgot one thing. Show this. You want to show this if all the items are in the cart, any or none. So it's super configurable. And you have multiple order bumps and all that. All right, all the items are in the cart, which is just this one. Let's choose a discount. So since it's a subscription, we could do like a heavy discount. So let's do something, let's make it a no-brainer, 50% discount. And then you can put a description in here and the call to action in here. Both of these are optional. You might want to save it without something here and then test by putting some data in there just to get it just right. So we're going to leave it optional and leave it blank. We'll see how it looks and then we'll come back over to it. All right, we've got this all filled out. I'm going to click on Save Order Bump. Now when I go back here to Order Bumps, I can see it's right here, this karaoke subscription offer. So let's just go and try to see it. So I'm going to go to Store. It's only going to show if I'm trying to buy the karaoke machine. I'll click on Add to Cart. And then right here, I'm going to click on Checkout, and you're going to see down here is that special offer. Now, two things. First thing is we got to edit those texts, those optional texts on this. Remember, I didn't add a picture and I didn't add a description and all of that. So there's not much info to go off of other than you're saving 50% on what the heck you're saving 50% on. Who knows? So we're going to go and edit that really quick. And then the second thing is where the order bump is. By default, it's going to appear right before the checkout button, but you can actually move this wherever you want. Let me show you how to move it, and then we're going to go ahead and fix what it says. So you essentially just need to go and edit the checkout page. And when you edit the checkout page, and you're in here, there is an option for order bump that you can drag wherever you want. So I'm going to click on the plus. I'm going to scroll down to the SureCart blocks, and one of these will say order bump on it. And this gives you the ability to place the order bump wherever you specifically want. So I've got it here. Say I want to display it over here on the right, just like that. So I can click on Update, Save. Now let's view this page, and you will see it has moved. See, now it's over here. It's no longer down here. So you can move this order bump visually wherever you want. Now let's go and fix that up some. Okay, I have to go back here, products, order bumps. Here's my order bump, and let's scroll down and put some text right here. So this will be the first thing that's shown, and then this will be the info beneath it. I'll fill this out. Okay, I kept it simple. Become a member and become a member, members. Okay, become a member. Let's save this. And let's see what it looks like on the front. So you can see it's starting to fill out here. Become a member, special offer, and then I can put a bunch of information. If I had an image on the product, it would show the image here. So you get the idea of creating order bumps, and you can have multiple order bumps that display. And all someone has to do is check the box, and then it gets added to the order. So you can see the karaoke subscription, and they're saving 50% off on it. and they can uncheck that. Order bumps can increase the average order value easily by 10 to 15 to 20%, depending on what you're offering, if you're making it absolutely irresistible. And the benefit here with SureCart is it's dynamic, right? It's going to be based upon this condition. It's only going to show when this other product's being purchased. So you have a lot of control over it. Now let's look at one-click upsell funnels. So I'm going to go here and click back into products. And this time I'm going to click on upsells. And I'll click on add new, and we're going to give this upsell a name. I've named it the karaoke upsell. And right here is going to be very similar to setting up an order bump. So a lot of the setup is very similar. So the display conditions, all purchases are specific purchases. This means, is it going to show up for everybody, or is it going to only show up for people that buy certain things? And you can set this up how you want. So I'll just set it up for specific purchases. And let's just say when someone purchases the karaoke machine. Okay, so this funnel is going to show when someone purchases that. And you can have multiple conditions and all of that. Now right here, we need to add the products to the first upsell offer. And if someone accepts that, it's one-click upsell, then they're going to be shown the second offer. If they decline, they're going to be shown a different offer. And you can set this all up right here, very simple. So all you have to do is click on add a product. Now we're going to add a title, and this title is going to actually appear on the upsell page, even though you can edit it however you want. So I'm going to go ahead and add a title. Typically, you want to say something like, wait, you want to get their attention to get them to pause because they're usually moving so quick. Wait, there's one more thing to do. Your order is not complete yet, things like that. So let's choose the product. I'm going to choose, let's see here. I'm going to choose one of this simple digital product. So it's going to pull in the info from that product, the description and all that. So let's go ahead and give a 50% off discount. And I'm always going to show this, but this is actually pretty cool. You can skip this upsell if someone's purchased it before. So if you don't want to offer them something for half off that they've already paid maybe full price for, you've got the options here to skip it. If it's been purchased before, to skip it. If it's in the current order, you got all these options right here. So I would probably skip it if it was in the current order, if it was me. Okay, there's a templating system just like we saw earlier with the product pages. So you can have totally custom designed upsell pages very easily. And you can edit the existing upsell design very easily. Okay, and the statement label is how the discount is going to appear on the statement, the invoice and the receipt and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to create this offer. Now I've created it and you can see it here, but you don't have to create a second upsell if you don't want to. You don't have to create a downsell if you don't want to. So let me go ahead and click on the three dots, and I want to click this option here that says preview upsell. So this right here is what it's going to end up looking like. It's going to say that heading I wrote, wait, your order is not complete. It's going to show them the price. It's actually going to show the discount price when we're in there, which is 50% off. And it's going to have this timer. Now I can go in here and customize the look, the feel, the colors. I can customize everything, but I'm going to just leave it as is. We're pulling in the product gallery and we're pulling in the information on the product. All of this is right here. So the person can click here to add it to the order or say no thanks. Okay, so I can click right here to go back to edit this funnel. And what I would do next is I would add a second offer if I wanted to, and downsell offer if I wanted to. So let's experience this really quick. You can see over here on the top right by the whale that the funnel is active and there's the on-off switch for it. And you can have as many funnels as you want. So let's go ahead and try this sucker out. I'm going to go here. I'm going to add it to the cart and I'm going to check out. And here is the checkout page. And I'll go ahead and fill this out. Here's the membership order bump. All right, I have it all filled out. I'm going to go ahead and purchase. And instead of Going to the customer dashboard, it's going to take me to the one-click upsell. And then here it is. So you can see a couple things. So you can see the clock is ticking. I have urgency. I've got to take action on this. I got to make a decision right now. Do I want to save 50%? Yeah. And then I've got this timer here. Next, we're seeing the discount. We're seeing it's a one-time discount, and we're seeing it here. And then all the information about the product is here. Now, remember, I didn't add multiple upsells. So what I'll do is I'll click add to my order. And this is a one-click upsell. I don't have to do anything else as a buyer. I don't have to re-enter my credit card. All I have to do is click here, add to my order, and it's going to be added to my order. I get my thank you modal. It takes me to the customer dashboard. I can see it right here. It's the most recent order. And when I go in, this is what I see. I see what I originally ordered. I see the upsell right here, and I see the discount. So it was a 19 bucks. I'm only paying, and I'm getting a $9.50 discount. You see where it says bundle discount. This is that line item that we had the ability to change if we wanted to. So let me go and pull this up. If I go to edit offer, here's how we configured it. Down here's where it says the statement label bundle discount. And so this is how easy it is to add cart abandonment to generate generate more overall transactions, then order bumps to get those people to purchase a little bit more, and then one-click upsells to really get them to purchase more to increase the average order value of the orders on your store. Now we're going to set up an affiliate program for your store. Affiliate program's very simple. It's where you have your customers or anyone promote your store, the products in your store, and they get a reward. And that reward is typically commission. So it could be whatever you want it to be. And the way this is all tracked is through what's called an affiliate link. So the way it will work is the affiliate signs up to your affiliate program. You choose to approve them. They get issued a link, and SureCart handles all of that. They get paid a rate. And then when they take that link and they start sharing it out, maybe social media or however your arrangement is with them, to their email list, whatever, when people start clicking on that link, it gets tracked. And if those people purchase, then that was referred by this affiliate, and then they start to generate a partnership with you where they're making money and they're sharing with it with you. That's typically how an affiliate program works. And there's also cases where you might want to give some affiliates a higher rate than other affiliates, and you might have certain products that you want to give a certain rate for. And then you might want to have certain products that you have a certain rate for certain affiliates. So it could get like really fun really quick. Now, the good news is it's so easy to set up in SureCart because it's built into SureCart. Unlike other e-commerce tools where you have to go and buy an expensive plugin that was not made with the same user interface, was not made the same way, and then it integrates, and it's never the ideal experience. But with SureCart, it's just seamless. You don't have to learn anything new. You just toggle a few switches like everything else you've seen in this video. So let's make an affiliate program. So we'll go to SureCart. We'll go to the settings. We'll click right here where it says affiliates. We're going to turn this on. Okay. Done. No, I wish it was that easy. Okay, so first you want to fill this out. Right here, you want to add a description of the program. And this is typically just some basics, right? Hey, refer people to us and earn 25% or whatever it's going to be, 8%, 10%, just the specifics. That's really what they want to know, any specific details. So I'm going to go ahead and put some stuff in. Okay, so there's the description. And then right here is the sign up question. How will you promote this store? You can customize this question if you want. So if you don't put anything in, it's going to ask them how they're going to promote it. And that's really what you want to know in an affiliate application, how they're going to do it. You don't want them to do scammy things or stuff like that, spammy things. So you'll want to ask that question to make sure they're legit. Then you want to put a link to your affiliate terms. I should come up with a doc that I could give to you on that. Basically, you want to spell out how you're going to pay them, when you're going to pay them, those types of things. Okay, and then do you want to have the payout email field in the sign up? Typically, you'll pay affiliates through PayPal. So they would enter their PayPal email address. That's what that's for. Here's an option to auto approve new affiliates. So new affiliate applies to be an affiliate. Do you want to auto approve it or manual approve it? I'd recommend manually approving it, but it's totally up to you and your business model. Let's go ahead and save it and continue on. Okay, referral tracking. So these are just some of the specifics about how traffic how referral traffic is handled. So if an affiliate refers someone to your store and we know that person came from that affiliate, but then that person doesn't purchase for 6 months, do you really want to still pay? So basically it's how long the tracking length is. Is it 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 365 days? It could be what you want it to be. And if there's multiple affiliates referring people to your store, do you give the reward to the affiliate link that the person clicked on first or clicked on last? So that's another thing to think about. And there's different reasons why you would want to do it either way. So I'll leave those as well. This right here, affiliate referral URL. This is when you might have multiple websites in the mix. And so you're tracking this multi-places. But if it's just your website in SureCart, you don't need to enter anything in here. And then here we're going to enter in what we're going to actually pay them. So we set up here in the description, but we actually need to configure that down here. So is it a percentage? Is it a flat rate? I'll do a 20% commission. And there are some additional options here about how you handle subscriptions, how you handle repeat purchases or second purchases and third purchases from people that were referred. Do you want to give them the affiliate a lifetime commission? So that means they refer someone and they buy something today, and a year from now, do they make money a year from now? And then some payout instructions. Okay, done. Let's go ahead and view the sign up URL right here that you're going to give to people. So I clicked on this little icon to put it in my clipboard, and here is the sign up form. Now, remember, I didn't add a logo to my store. If I did, it would show here instead of this. Here is that description of the program where I just said it's 20%. The app asks for their name, their email, their website, description. That was that special question. How will you promote the store? And then the payout email address. All they have to do is come here and fill this out, and then the request comes to you. And right here's an option for the affiliate to log in. Let's just take a look at that. This is what the login will look like for them. So let's go here, and I'm going to fill this out really quick so you can see what the experience is. Okay, I filled this out, and I'll click on request to join. And so there's a little notice here that your request has been submitted, and they'll get an email saying that it's been submitted, but it hasn't been approved just yet. So now I'll go back to SureCart, and let's click on the menu option that says affiliates. And I'm looking here and I don't see any affiliates. Why is that? And that's because I need to look at affiliate requests. So I'm going to click here. Now, me as a merchant, I just received an email about this request, and you can see here's all the information from the request. And I can see it's pending. I can click into it and I can see all the submitted information. And then we have an action button here on the top right. I can go here, I can approve or deny or delete. So I'm going to go ahead and approve him. Yes, I want to approve him, and I'm going to click on OK. And now this is approved. So if I go back to affiliates, you can see now I have it listed as an active affiliate, and I have this snapshot of information on this person right here. And I can even click into him to see all, like a whole 365-degree view of this affiliate. I can see their code, how many people they've referred, payouts, promotion codes, if we've given them an affiliate coupon, clicks, commissions. I can see all of it all right here, including their link. So now that it's been accepted, John now receives an email saying, hey, you've been accepted. You can log in. Here's the link to log in. So now John can come here and he can log in. He will go here, enter in his email, click on send code. And what happens is it's a passwordless system. What happens is all he has to do is put his email in. He gets a code via his email address, pops that code in, and then he's able to log in. So you have less admin burden of him maybe forgetting his password or having trouble logging in. He'll never have trouble logging in. He just needs to be able to receive emails. So I'm going to go ahead and get that code. Okay, I've entered in the code just now, and there's just this beautiful dashboard for your affiliate to see all of their stats, their clicks, their referrals. They can see their settings. It's all right here. Very easy for them to manage. And it's very easy for you as well. But let me show you a couple more things you can do for affiliates in special cases. First thing is giving an affiliate a coupon. And this would be a coupon where if it's used, then it's accounted as their referral. The person doesn't even need to click through on their link. It's all tied to the coupon. This is very simple. You would go in here, you would create a new coupon, and there's this option here that says link to affiliate. You'd see all your affiliates, you'd click on it, and now that coupon, whenever it's used, is going to give John the referral. And actually here, let me remove it from here. I'm going to go to coupons. I'm going to make this one that we made earlier in the video an affiliate coupon. And let's see here. I have to click here, the three dots, edit, and I'm going to link this to that affiliate. And I'm doing this for a reason. Check this out. So now I can see this is an affiliate coupon. It's John's affiliate coupon. Check this out. When I go to affiliates and I click into John's profile, now what's going to happen is I can see that I have a affiliate coupon for him underneath promotional codes, and I can see it right here and I can jump to it. So I'm easily, this is where that seamlessness comes in. I'm able to jump back and forth and do these special things. Everything's integrated and it's all the same user interface, which makes it so much easier. So that is coupons. Now, say you have an affiliate that you want, or say you have a product that you want to have a certain rate for all affiliates that might be higher or might be lower than the default rate. So the default rate we set at 20%. Let's say for the karaoke subscription, I want to do this one a little different. So I'm going to click into the particular product, and I've got a few options here. And it's right here, custom affiliate commission. So let's go ahead and click on add commission. And just for this product, I'm going to override what the store's setting is. So say for this, for the percentage, for some reason on this, I need to give a lesser amount. I'm just going to give 10%. Or maybe I need to have a different, because it's a subscription, I need to handle it differently. Or for lifetime commissions, I need to handle it differently. I can control, it's totally set this up how I need to for this product only by going in here. And you can see I have it all set up here. And see how it's all integrated, right? It's all seamless and integrated, and it's super easy. So this is how you would make a different rate, higher or lower, or a different term for a product in your store. Okay, we have one more case, and that is when I have an affiliate that I want to give just them a custom rate on a product, just them, on a particular product. So say, it's right here under product commissions. I'll click on add a commission. Let's choose a product. So say when someone buys this specific product, this simple physical product, I'm going to give this one affiliate a higher commission, let's say 30%, or a different term. So an example of this is if you're only giving commissions on the first payment in a subscription, but certain affiliates you want to give a reoccurring commission. This is how you would do that. All right, 30%, click on create, and I can see now that John has a specific rate right here. But let's just say also with John, I want to give him a higher rate on everything. So we said that default rate was 20. Say I want to give him 25% on everybody, on every product, except ones that have been specifically overridden. Just for him, I want his default to be higher, or some of the terms to be higher. Let's go here. I'm going to give him 25%. So this is how you can override everything for your top affiliates, because typically you'll want to do that. If you have a high performing affiliate, you typically want to give them a little bit more as a sign of appreciation, or better terms on a subscription sales or things like that. And this is how you do it. Or the other cases where you want to have certain products be sold a little different, have the commission be different because it's totally different type of a product. Maybe much higher, maybe much lower, maybe nothing. This is how you would go about doing it. And that's pretty much all there is to setting up an affiliate program. I mean, there's payouts. It's simple. I don't have data in the store, but basically you go here, you can create a new payout, or you can pay out an individual affiliate, or you can pay out all of your affiliates. And when you do payout batch, you basically just choose what's the minimum amount they had to have earned to be paid, and what are the date ranges of the actual referral that you want to pay out on. Typically, there's like a delay of 45 or 60 days. And then click on create, and that's going to create the payout, tell you exactly who you need to pay and what you need to pay them, all very quickly and easily. So now let's go over all the common use cases, or maybe uncommon use cases, things I haven't mentioned already that you want to be aware of to get the most out of SureCart. And if I don't hit the one question that you might have, feel free to ask in the comment section down below, so I know that that's what you want to know. So the first one is accepting donations. And you might be surprised, but in SureCart is very robust way, probably one of the best ways as well of collecting donations. And it's very easy to set up. So let's go ahead and walk you through it. So I'm going to go and create a new product, and I'm just going to name this what it is: donation. Now, what a donation really is allowing someone to enter in the amount that they want to pay for something. So SureCart has a feature called Pay What You Want. And because of that, it can be used for donations. It can be used for other things as well. Okay, I'm not going to do a description. I'm going to move quick through this one. I'm going to go down to pricing. I'm going to click on add a price. And what you want to do, or what I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to set up a donation form that has one-time donations as well as recurring donations. So the way it will work for the person donating is they'll see some amounts, and they can enter a custom amount, and then they can choose whether it's one time, monthly, or annually. So that's how we'll set this up. So first I need to make a product, and I'm going to name this will be the one-time subscription. So I'm just going to name this one time. Here it is, one-time donation. It's configured as a one-time, and I need to toggle this option that says pay what you want. Toggle that on. I have it as one time, pay what you want. Okay, I've named it one-time donation. The payment type is one time. I'm going to toggle on pay what you want. You have to put a minimum amount in. I'll just put $1, or maybe I want the minimum donation probably not to be $1, maybe $10, like that, and click on create price. Oops, I have to enter a default amount. So the default donation, I'll put it as 10. That's okay. Perfect. We now have our first price. So next we need to do the same thing, but it's going to be for a 1 month recurring subscription. So I'll click on add another price, and this time it's going to be a monthly donation. So I'll name it monthly. And for the payment type, I want it to be a subscription, and I want to repeat this every month. That's the term. And it's going to be pay what you want, just like that. Perfect. And then the next one is going to be annual donation, annual subscription, $10. For this, I need to change the amount to every year, just like that. And I'll click on create price. So now we have the 3 prices here: one time, monthly, and annual. And they're all pay what you want. So I'm going to click on save and publish. So now what I need to do is create a custom checkout form. So I'll click on custom forms, I'll click on add new, and I'll give this a name. Great. Now I'm going to choose the template down here that says donation. There it is, donation. I'll click on this, and I'll click on next, and I need to choose a donation product. This will not show the list of all your products. It's just the ones that you've enabled pay what you want. So it's right here, donation, and I'll click on create. and it's pretty much built the whole form for me. All I need to do now is tweak it and customize it however I want. So let's go on the list view on the top left and let's expand this out. And mostly what I'm after is this grid right here. So I'll expand amounts. So these are individual amounts, but we set it to be a $10 minimum. So I think I should get rid of this top row of options. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click on the 3 dots and delete it. And I'm going to delete the $2 and I'm going to delete the $5. Now you can actually delete, rearrange, add new amounts. So if I wanted this 10 to be 15, I can click on it. And over here on the right, I can change the amount to whatever I want it to be. So this is actually fine. There's extensive styling options for this when I click into the different blocks. So if I click right here, it's selecting all of the amounts. And then over on the right, I can say, how many columns do I want? So right now we have 3 columns. I can reduce this to 2 columns. It can be however I want it to be. I can change this text label and I can go into the style options and I can start playing around with the padding and the spacing. So if I wanted more space in between these items, that's the block spacing. Watch this. You see how it's spreading out? So you can have this be set to however you want, but you can also have fun with the colors. So if I wanted to have the background maybe be like more on brand for this brand, I could do it like that. And I can change the text color. You can really do whatever you want. I'll put that back to white. And this whole section here, when I click on product donation here on the left, I can style this as well. So if I want to have a different background just there, I can do that just like that instead of the buttons that I did a moment ago. So you have all these options. I don't want to get too deep into it. I just wanted to show you this right here. And if you see underneath it, there's this option that says make recurring. And so you can, the person that is on your donation form can make this a monthly donation or annual donation. And it's pulling that from what we set up just a moment ago in the product. Okay, so what I want to do is just quickly publish this and demo it. So I'm going to go back. Let's go and add that to a page so we can interact with it. So I created this earlier. It was this karaoke special offer. So let's go ahead and change this form. Let me expand everything out. There we go. I'm going to delete the checkout, but then I'm going to add a new checkout. And we went over adding a checkout form earlier in this video. And this time I'm going to choose the donation form. And you can see Viola, there it is. Let's go ahead and update this. Actually, here, let me move that to test mode. I definitely want that in test mode. And let's view the page. So now you have this beautiful donation form for someone. They can choose the amount they want. So say I want $20 and say I might want to make that a monthly donation. So now I've been able to do that. Or maybe I would rather give $500, certainly not every month, but I can go here and change that to an annual donation. I can fill this out and you can see in the summary here, it's all spelled out. Donation, it's the annual donation, $500 every single year. And so this is how you would create a donation form for your site. The next thing we'll cover is selling software licenses. So SureCart has an inbuilt licensing system that you can use if you're a software developer and you want to sell licenses that would be integrated. And when someone copies and pastes the license in, it activates your product and has updates. You typically see this for people selling WordPress products, plugins, or themes. That's what it's ideally suited for, but people use this in other SaaS products as well. And it's very simple. You would go to products, you would create your product and with your prices for that product. Let's just create a new product right here. I've named it WordPress plugin. I'll click on create. You'll fill this out. You'll fill out your pricing, do everything as you normally do. But then when you scroll down, there's this option here that says licensing. And when you enable this, you would basically say, well, how many times can this license be activated? And you would link to the zip file that's part of the release. Now, you will have to take the SureCart SDK and integrate it into your software. They have a video on their channel for that. I'm not that technical, but it's super easy. It'll only probably take you 10 minutes to integrate the SDK into your software and use the system to issue the license, as well as to give your customer management ability to manage the activations, just like you might have experienced with any WordPress product that you've purchased. So you can do it all in SureCart. And there's a lot of product sellers that are using SureCart for that. I notice a lot of the Bricks Builder products are sold using SureCart. There's a couple caching solutions. There's lots of products starting to be sold using this license system. So you'll want to refer to their docs for that, as well as the video that shows you how to integrate the SureCart SDK into your products. Next, we'll go over how to have free shipping if the order is over a certain amount. I touched on this in the shipping section, but I wanted to make a specific segment of this video on it. It's super easy to set up. So we have to go into the settings, and then we have to go into the shipping settings, and then we need to go into the shipping profile right here. And so I'm going to click into the profile that I had created, and down here is where you set up your rates. And so one of the options for the rate, so actually I had created something here that said free shipping, but check this out. So you would create a new rate and you would choose, say, how about this? How about if you spend over $500, you get express shipping for free. How about that one? That's a good one. So I'm going to go in here, create a new shipping rate, express, but this is not going to be a flat rate. It's going to be based upon the order price. And for the minimum price, I'll put $500. Oops, $500. And I'll put 0. So what this is going to do is if someone's order is over $500, they're not going to see the Express costing them money. Express is now going to be free for them. And so now you can see I have 2 Expresses. This is the free Express, but it's based upon a condition. And these are flat rates that I've set. So it's very easy to add any kind of shipping method, free shipping, based upon the amount of money spent. Now, the next uncommon use case, I guess, or common, is asking for a credit card when the transaction is 0. By default, SureCart is going to ask for the credit card number if it's 0. So how does it get 0? Well, you can have a $0 product, or you would have a product or a subscription that becomes 0 because of a coupon code. And in that case, where say I wanted to give someone access to something for a year, it's a yearly subscription. I want to give them access for a year, but I don't want to make them give me their credit card information for a year or 2. I want them to pop the coupon code in. It makes the cost 0, and I don't ask them for the credit card. That's what we're going to show you how to do right now. You go to settings. Let's see, where is this one? I think it's under subscriptions. And let's see, I might have this. Oh, there it is. Right there. Subscriptions, purchase behavior. Found it. Require upfront payment method. So you can just turn this off. Yep. Why isn't it turning off? There we go. Now it's turning off. And I click on save. So now if there's a subscription where you normally want to get that payment method, but you've given them a coupon to make it 0, it's not going to force them to enter credit card information. What will happen is when the renewal comes up, they'll get an email. And if they don't give you a credit card number for the renewal, the subscription will just cancel out. The next one is, what do you do if there's certain customers that you legally are not supposed to charge tax to, sales tax to? And this happens, I think it's nonprofits. I think obviously people, I think Native Americans in America. Each country is going to be a little different. So the way this works is you typically would have a form on your website where if someone should not be charged tax, you have them fill out that form, and then you have to just verify them. And then once you've verified them and you've determined that they should not be paying tax, you would go to SureCart, click on customers. Now you can manually create a new customer here. So you would then, if they haven't created a customer profile, you would just go and create the customer manually. But when you go into a customer like this, and I think we didn't go into customers much in this lengthy video, but you would go into the customer record, you scroll down, and there's an option right here that says tax settings. Disable this if you do not want to apply tax on purchases made by this customer. So you would just toggle it off. And now when that customer goes to check out, they will not be charged sales tax. The next one is commonly asked, and that is, how do you send a buyer to a custom thank you page after a transaction versus the flow that you saw in this video? So you saw in the video, someone places an order, they get a little modal that says, thanks for your purchase. And then they click on a button, it takes them to the customer dashboard. Well, you might want to do something entirely different. And it's very easy to do this. So there's an option to bypass that and to send them to a specific URL that you want to send them to. Let me show you how to do that. Now you would let's go to custom forms. And this is a setting in forms. So if you want the store checkout to work this way, you have to edit the store checkout, or a custom form, you would just edit that. So let me go to the store checkout right here. I'm going to click this top bar because that pulls up all the settings here on the right. And you can see right here, thank you page, custom thank you page. If you toggle this on, all you need to do is enter the URL on your website that you want the buyer to go to after they place their order. That's all you need to do. And the last one here is, how do you take order data and integrate it with third parties? Now, you typically want this when someone places an order, you want to push their name and email address into an email marketing tool. Or maybe you want to push it into Google Sheets or anywhere. You can do anything you want with all this data. So the way this works is, SureCart has an integration with Zapier. You all know Zapier is extremely expensive. So SureCart has a sister product called SureTriggers. And here's SureTriggers. It's super affordable. There's even a free plan that allows you to do 1,000 of these different integrations per month. What that means is, say all you want to do is when someone places an order, that data goes into ConvertKit, for example, an email marketing tool. And say you have 500 orders per month. So you can use the free plan. And basically the way automations work is there's a trigger, something that triggers the automation. In this case, it would be someone purchasing something. And then you would have an action, and that action is send the data into ConvertKit. So in the SureTriggers website, you can click on integrations. You'll see it integrates with 600 different apps and plugins. You can search for the one that you use. There's also a request board if you don't see it here, but all the major apps, all the major services, it already integrates with, and it's super easy to take your data from SureCart and send it wherever you want. To Google Sheets. If you're collecting someone's mobile number, you can text message them through Twilio. There's just so many different things you can do with the data. You just look here. There's so many options of what you can do with it. So for example, let me search for SureCart. Here's SureCart. I'll click on it right here. And you can see all the triggers and all the actions. I mean, you can automate your entire store with SureTriggers. You can manage subscriptions, generate coupons, manage affiliates, manage orders, change statuses. It's all right here. There's just no limit to what you can do with SureCart when you're using SureTriggers. Now, I think I mentioned ConvertKit, so let's search for that. Here's ConvertKit, and inside of ConvertKit, there's no triggers, but the actions are add or update a subscriber, remove tags. So you can create subscribers, remove subscribers, add tags, remove tags, everything you would want to do with ConvertKit. I just searched for Google Sheets. With Google Sheets, you can add all your data, order data into Google Sheets if you want to manipulate it and maybe have some inventory controls or some special ways that you want to see the data. You can easily do that. You can update rows, add new rows, create new spreadsheets. You can do so much with this. So the cost of SureTriggers is really low if you go over what is given for free. So there's a pro plan and a business plan, and these prices are per month, but you pay for a year. So this is like $100 a year, and this is like $200 a year. But there's also a lifetime option right here. You can buy it, pay once, and have it forever. And you can also get a split pay. And what's really cool is they're using SureCart to sell SureTriggers. So say I wanted to buy this split pay, I can click on buy now. Watch, we're going to go, oh, darn it. It made me create an account first. Oh, well, it will take you to a beautiful SureCart checkout form to complete this purchase. So that's the video. What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? I really want to hear so I can do a better job next time. I'll make this video again as the user interface changes. So if you can just go in the comment section and say, hey, I learned this. Hey, I wish you would have gone deeper in this. Hey, I didn't hear anything about this. How do I do that thing? I need you to let me know. Thanks for watching.